Boom.
Yes. Look like I've had an hat on all day, so I look a bit like a bit of a shuffler. Shuffle. I'm in quite a good mood today. So, not that I don't normally. You're always in a fucking silly mood, you daft kids, you fucking idiots. Fucking this and that's a pube. That's not why we're here. I need to make a stipulation as well. I don't know if it's a stipulation actually. It's in that fucking 2View thing again, isn't it, boys? I think quite a few of you are on the phone watching, but it's all right. We'll keep moving. It all comes into the same spot, but I know MVG. I know. I keep putting it on recommended. I know. Sorry, BMG. If you click on my channel, the normal one pops up. I don't really know why it pushes because all the comments are coming through like through the phone view. Yes, Joe's in now. Welcome to the bullshit bus. All aboard! All aboard! I can't remember what I was going to say now. I had something to say. Oh, Brett, behave yourself. By the way, Brett, you're leading the way. Cheers, big man. You're a legend. Thank you, Brett. Cheers, dude. You're top of the leaderboard, mate. I'm just sorting the leaderboard out for the Super 6. And there's a stipulation I need to make. Thank you, Brett, one more time, by the way. There's a stipulation I need to make is you get extra points if you predict the score on the underlap, but you can put it, if you put it in another video, it doesn't matter as long as you confirm it on the underlap, if you catch my drift. So you can still put it, it's not like, you don't get the points going forward. So if you predict 2-1 on Monday and then on the underlap, you say, right, yeah, 2-1, you're open for that extra points because it's 6 points you get through the through underlap. I can't be bothered, man. He'll go away, won't he? Jack in a box again. Need to find the elite secret stream. Click it in, Mark B. Click on profile. I'm in there somewhere. See, we've got 44 in room, but only 13 watching on the other channel, on the other things. It's only got 5 likes, but there's 44 people in room. So I just think the phone one pushes it out more. So it just says recommended, and I click recommended. But we're here now. We're all here, whether we've got the vertical or the horizontal. If you spin your phone around like that, granted, I'll be on a tilt, but it's horizontal at least at that point. Another shout out to Brett. So thank you, Brett. Sunderland fan as well as our Brett. Top man. Yes, very intelligent. 11. We also had, before the stream started, Joe Depp said, worst TV commentary and punditry, host 11. Well, I think that's a mint shout. So I want to put that one forward also, BMG. But you're the king of that, so you get to decide. Arse Ripper's saying 2-1. Let me write that down with an underlapper. Arse Ripper 2-1 underlap. So you're open for extra points. Yes, JT, what's good? Good man, MVG in the building. You're actually on the bus. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Also, what the hell is all this about starting a prediction game without me? MVG. It was in the we did it during the watch along against Brentford. We just started it. It's, believe me, you're not that far behind, big man. Do not fear. So get your score in, MVG, for the weekend. It's 6 points if you get the right score on the underlap. 5 points if you don't put it on the underlap and you put it on another video or in a watch along, or if it's an away game, just a home game when I'm off to go to the game. And And then 2 points if you get the correct results. If you say it's a draw, like some people did last week. The winners from last week were Brett at 1-1. Tim Mason said 2-2, so he gets a win on the fact that he got the right, predicted a draw. Mark B got a double win because he said 1-0. Sorry, 1-1. Malcolm Bell got a 1-1, so he got a full win. So they're the winners from last week. But I need to put them in a tally yet. And then thus far, we've got Roller Blunt against Palace saying 2-1. Roller Blunt might be on Underlap a bit later on, so he might come with he might then upgrade to Underlap points. Mr. Whitesnake says 3-1. He did that on Underlap. Joe Depp 1-1 Underlap. Arse Ripper 2-1 Underlap. JT 3-2 Leeds Underlap. 3-2 Underlap. I actually think it'll get pretty funny because I think it'll be close. It'll be close at the top. I've got both versions up. I'm going to watch whichever one is the better show. I appreciate you selling them as well. And it ramps up them views as well, doesn't it, for me, brother? So I appreciate you, man. There's only one JT, and you know it, Arse Ripper. And you know it. Was it you that suggested the Mensa, MVG, or was it Ming? I can't remember who suggested the Mensa because I'd had a few beers dinner last week, which I intend on having again tonight, to be fair. It's my bird's birthday tomorrow, so I've got night off from work. So it's going to be a good couple of days, hopefully. I'm all right, Sylvia. It was during the game, MVG. It must be, because you dip out, don't you, MVG, at kickoff. It conspired during the first half. 78 RPM, 4-2 on the underlap. Strikes again, 78 RPM, 4-2, underlapped. Sab Go Reze, hi, what's good, big lad? Are you all right? JT and Mickey are here, and you know it, but they might not. Well, you know it, and you know it. Can I predict the result? Can I post-dict the result? Is that a thing where I tell the score after the game has been played? Unfortunately, not MVG. That would rule you just out of the state of players. I think you might end up winning quite comfortably if that was the case. I said you would take it hard, MVG. I nearly boycotted it. Ming was all over it. You should have seen him. As soon as he realised you weren't there, MVG, we're like, let me get that in there. Marky with the beat and the 1, 2, 3, and you know it. Yes, AO. JT 3-2, Leeds. I thought we'd got you down, haven't we, JT? Yeah, JT's doubling up on it. Mr. Whitesnake on the Sean Rooney marching on together, legend. Thank you, Sean Rooney. You're a legend, mate. Rooney, cheers, man. Appreciate you, man. Marching on together as always. Noticed it's in Europe, so where are you residing there, Sean Rooney? Appreciate you though, man. Thank you. Palace playing kids tonight. I know, Arthur Bushby. I was hopeful because I said that in my video yesterday. We haven't introduced the badger, have we? Biddly bo. I'm very sorry. It just nudged me. Just nudged me on the shoulder like that. And I'm like, whoa, what's up with you, bitch? She never normally has a bitch in the moan, does she? But tonight's the night. We did not let her down. We did let her down ever so slightly, but she'll forgive us. Get that badger in and on and over here. We had to move back to get her greatness in. Palace playing kids tonight. Indeedy. There's nobody there, is there? They've got Gay on bench, Nketiah, who played at weekend before. Mateta's on bench, and Adam Wharton. There's literally none of them. Dean Henderson's been swapped out. They've literally gone. I mean, I wonder how many changes that is, but it's got to be 10, 8 or 10. I don't know because I don't know exactly the lineup from last week at Man City, but yes, indeed, 78 RPM came up with it, he reckons. Yo, Mr. Snake, get up. Yes, War Piglet. Metcher out, 1-0 Leeds. Just tilting my TV. Good man, War Piglet. Let's get that wrote down, boys. War Piglet. 1-0 Leeds, love it. Underlapped. I'm on the weird stream. Feels like I'm on shrooms. Yeah, I know. Apologies in the wings, on both wings. Malcolm Bell, a good 2-1. Malcolm, 2-1, Underlap. I think Malcolm Bell was one of the winners last week, wasn't you? Yeah, Malcolm Bell got the full win. He got the full 5 points last week with the win, with the draw. So he's looking to keep that going. Keep them positive vibes. Brett, also a winner from last week, says, I'm feeling a 2-1 to Palace as they're flying, but don't want to bet against Leeds. So 2-2. You go where you got, Brett. Do not fear. You're not a Leeds fan as such. So, I won't even begrudge you of going against us. But I'll put 2-2 for now. And then if you want to change your mind, you are more than welcome. I'd rather you went 2-2, granted. Get out of here. Go play with the cool landscape kids. I've now got confused which is landscape and which is portrait, but 2-2 for Marky B. 1, 2, 3. Mark B. 2-2. Underlap. Love it. 3-1 Leeds for Mr. Whitesnake. Oh, shit. I've got you down, Mr. Whitesnake. 3-1 for Ming as well. Ming. 3-1 Underlap. And don't be putting it again later on, boys. Yes, Thunderclap. Yes, AO. What's good? Don't be putting it again later because I'm just listing it out at the moment, boys. So don't fuck me over because I know what you lads are like when I've had a few beers. I'll be writing you all down again and again and again. And then you'll end up with like 15 points in 1 week. I'll be like, how has he got so many points this week? Yes, JT. Thank you, brother. If you could smash a like for us, guys, it's much appreciated. It helps the algorithm and all that stuff. Appreciate you, JT. Yes, Peter White, 2-1 Leeds on the Underlap. Peter White. 2-1 Leeds. I don't know. I don't need to put Leeds. Nobody's gone against us yet. Underlap. Yes, Ena in the real world now. I believe you've come over to the right side of the video, big lad. Thunderclap, snap. Liking both streams is a thing. Love it, Solonum. Get them likes in and up and on and over this bitch. Do I get retroactive points for a 0-0 prediction? Granted, I have no way of proving this now, but you wouldn't question the integrity of one of your loyal underlappers, would you, Jack? Right then. Well, we know who loves a poll, don't we? So there's only one way to sort this out, isn't there? Do we forgive the loyal MVG and grant him points? Because he's only gone for 2 points there. So, there's a suggestion of... because he's saying that he predicted 0-0. So, yes to 2 points. No points. 0 points. You heartless bastards. And then we'll have... he can have 1. Now, this is probably about as important as a poll as it ever been. And I would be interested to see, your characteristics. Yes, AO. Appreciate you, my man. As you are MVG, then it must stand. I'd be interested to see where you go with this, boys. It's nervous. It's tense up in this bitch. Exactly, MVG. I know. That's what I mean. Brett's allowed to on that basis, and then Andy he's not here yet to defend himself, so we won't be too what would be the word? Scathing. BMG, so let's stick Ian Dowie in there, seeing as though he was suggested last week. Don't know his credentials, but I assume he's brainy. Yeah, didn't I look it up that Ian Dowie's pretty intelligent? I think I looked it up last week, did I? Bamford's meant to be intelligent, isn't he? He can speak loads of languages. Does Bamford get in there? He now getting the love he deserves. Spreading the wealth, spreading the love among everybody. I've smashed 1 like per stream. Appreciate you, Mark B. 1, 2, 3. Ena lurking in the wings, as you well know, Mr. Whitesnake. Nah. What's my name? AO's going 2-0 on the Underlap. AO, 2-0, love it. Be a fucking right result, that. I'm going with Stuart Ripley, who won the league with Blackburn and then eventually became a solicitor. Stuart Ripley, I'll take. I'm not sure. Listen, I'm not following up on Just interested to see if I didn't recognise him. No, I don't. But they were good years, weren't they? That's when Blackburn bought the league, wasn't it? First team to buy the league, allegedly. MVG suggested Mensa 11. Mr. Whitesnake getting the love he deserves. You don't need to be able to spell Mensa over here, Ming. I can hear you, War Piglet. You're in here. You're on the phone version. Oh, no, you're not. I don't think you are anymore, are you? Calvert-Lewin seems like an intelligent lad, doesn't he? I think Bamford's genuinely meant to be intelligent, isn't he? I mean, it'd be a sad state of affairs if we can't think of more than 3 players. Or 4, because we've got a Blackburn, Stuart Ripley. There's a few. There's a few. Thank you very much, AR. I will pass it on. Yeets up, John LUFC Garside. Jack, would you mind next week not having 2 concurrent streams because it confuses the shit out of me? BMG, shout out to BMG for no reason at all. And I'll do my best. Ming's always got your back, MVG. And you know it, and you know it, and you know it, and you know it. Being on both vids, JT, appreciate you, brother. You're on the phone now, War Piglet, I think. You're on the right channel. There's only one channel over here, isn't there? We're not letting Bamford in here, are we? Solenham's on wrong one as well. Peter White with the 2-1. I remember you, Peter White. You tried to diddle me there. Because Peter White, you were a winner from last week, so I know what you're up to. Peter White got some points last week. Oh, did you? I can't fucking find you now. Maybe you didn't. Apologies. I'm going to put mine in as well. Do I get underlap points? It seems unfair. Did you put a thing in last week, Peter White? 'Cause I can't see your name on my thing. Have I lost my damn marbles? I'm sure you got. And don't try to have me on either. This is what I mean. It's already fallen to bits and we've only been doing it 5 days. In this chat, but have the other on TV so I can drool over the badge. Appreciate you, 78 RPM. Appreciate you very much, Lee. And it'd be good for the views, mates. I appreciate you. I live in Sligo Island, but I'm in County Clare just now having a beer. Love a beer, mate. Where is County Clare? County Clare. County Clare. Ooh, the on coast, mate. Is that... My geography is getting slightly better as well, lads, because I'm travelling all over the shop. But in terms of, I don't drive to Ireland, so... I've only been to Dublin and I might as well got on a flight simulator to Dublin. BMG's going 2-0 Leeds. Get up. BMG 2-0 underlapped. Paul's already in there. Arse Ripper, but I am behind on comments already, which is remarkable. Funny how people thought Paddy was bright because of his accent. No, he is smart though. He can speak 4 languages or something. Can Paddy? That makes you intelligent in my view. Yes, Ina. 3-1 Leeds. I keep saying Leeds. I'll assume it's Leeds unless it's stated otherwise. Yes, hard style images. Get up. 2-all Chav. I love it. Hard style images. 2-2. Underlapped. Get up. John LUFC Garside on a 2-1 hype. Underlap. I probably said Leeds again there by accident, but is this the detention corner? I think there's more people on your view than there is on other view, to be fair, War Piglet. But are you having me on, me? Haven't you already put something in? Oh yeah, underlap. 3-1. If Enar is using both wings, we may find out if he can fly. That's the next poll, isn't it? How many wings do you have? I'm not even taking piss here. Does like a fly have 4 wings? I'm not even joking now because or like is that no? It's just two long ones, or maybe like a butterfly, because they look like they've got like, like when they go like when they're like an 8 and they go like that. Yeah, is that like 4 wings? How many wings does a butterfly have? How many wings? How many wings does a butterfly have? It has 4 wings in total. I fucking knew it. I thought that was going to be one of them ones where I'd be able to get pelleters for talking shit, but it does actually have 4 wings. It's got a pair of 4 wings and a pair of hind wings. They are often appear as 2 larger wings because of the hind wings are partially hidden and couple with the 4 wings during flight. So, deep. What don't I know? Is Steve Coppell a shout for Mensa 11? They used to go on about it when he played, I think. Should we put it down to EI? If I just put in his such and such intelligent. Is Steve Coppell intelligent? I don't know if that'll give me a yes or no. Yes, Steve Coppell is widely regarded as an intelligent figure in football. He has a university degree in economic history. Steve Coppell's in there for me, BMG. Oh, he's straight in there with engineering. Don't need fucking... it's economy, but... Although I don't think he's done here. I can't... It's in economy, apparently. Bamford's smart. I'd have Bamford in all day long, me. Can speak... I think if you can speak many languages and you've not... lived in many countries, which I know is a bit of a cop-out, because I suppose if you're well-travelled, I think learning languages is a difficult thing to do. It can play guitar a bit. I don't know if that counts, but, no goals for Palace. They're going back to London with a humiliating 2-0 defeat to London. Love it, he's a bright guy. Brett, who else likes Xmas purely for the fact you can have a good tipple on the sauce without being judged anytime, anywhere, any place in it, Brett? It's sensational. Oh, it's Christmas, innit? Fuck it, it's Christmas. I love Christmas, mate. I'm actually feeling Christmassy. I started to get a bit Christmassy yesterday. Elvino did Fleur. You know it, Ayon. You know it. Minus Arsripper. Ming Bamford gets in due to his A levels, but also linguistic ability and musical prowess all rounder. Yes, BMG, love it. Loves a good poll. Aye, poll. Jack reading skills at 8 p.m. versus 11 p.m. is like watching the orange shit gibbon in the White House. I didn't know who you meant then. I presume the orange shit gibbon's Donald Trump. Graham Lasso. BMG says give him the points. Is Graham Lasso intelligent? I reckon this is a yes. Is Graham Lasso? My worry is it's just going to say that they're all intelligent on this. Yes, Graham Lasso is widely considered intelligent, known for his intellectual pursuits like reading The Guardian, attending university, briefly studying interest in culture and politics, which set him apart from the football that led him to being seen as too clever by some, but also giving him sharp business and life insights. So that's a pass for me if BMG's happy with that. Well, I've given it. But apologies, MVG. Yeah, I've got it in the wide screen. Clark Carlisle. He seems to come up every fucking week, doesn't he? Is Clark Carlisle intelligent? I'm sure he is. Yes, widely considered very intelligent, earning the title of Britain's brainiest footballer in 2002, appearing on a quiz show, Countdown and Question Time, holding a degree in sports writing and broadcasting, and becoming a respected mental health advocate known for his articulate insights. He excels academically, 10 GCSEs, A grade, and intellectually balancing his career with significant media appearances and activism. So Clark Carlisle gets in there for me if it's all right with BMG. He can read a newspaper, Joe Depp. People are wanting you in debt here, MVG. Enar in the wings. Now listen here, you mullet. Why don't you just light your tampon and blow your box apart? Because it's the only thing bang you'll ever gonna get, sweetheart. What is that related to? Good going, JT. How's your knee, JT? My ender. Am I doing that thing again? What the fuck? It's come straight over my head. Yes, he is. Football publications and pundits have described, particularly regarding his movement and decision making on the pitch. That's not a yes, though, is it? Why is it not? I'm going to have to put academically. There is no publicly available information regarding the academic intelligence of Mayenda, the professional footballer plays forward. But you're saying there, Brett, that he can speak Spanish, French, and English, which it does say. It does. I went on his transfer market to register, and he's got citizenship in Spain and France, which I feel like is a bit of a cheat, a bit of a cop out. But I do like my my bilinguals. Dowie gets in the good looking 11, no doubt about it. Or is this a film? I'll do the Googling, do not fear. You're not telling me you know it word for word, Mr. Whitesnake. Dowie gave me an idea for the next 11, which will be the hardly an oil painting, aka the face only a mother could love. 11. Gary Neville, Phil Neville go straight into there. Ian Dowie, Tevez, get over here, get over to real side, and you know it. Thank you very much, Roger. Welcome, by the way. You simply must. I've started the chat about 78 RPM and War Piglet on the other stream. No, says Peter White. I'm lost. I don't know why the fuck, and I don't care why we are voting on MVG, but for the record, I voted 2 points for MVG, and Jack knows it, and you know it. It's whether you know it or not, mate. We're currently on 19 votes, and you'd be surprised how split it is. People I knew would be taking it serious. 47% are saying 2 points, and 37% saying 37. Sorry, 37% saying 0 points. Well-soiled War Piglet. Sligo. I've gone already. It's only 25 minutes in. 30 minutes in, rather. Yes, Luke. I don't know whether to go. I've got some colder than others. I've made that critical error again. I'm going to go warm, but then I just think, just enjoy the cold ones, because once you're tipsy, you're not even bothered, are you? Whether they're nice or not. they're all nice, aren't they, at that point? I like flat beer, though, to be fair, when I've had a beer. I like flat beer. I just like beer. Yes, Luke, what's good? And you know it. Yes, Luke, 2-1 on the underlap. My worry is as well, boys, that we get, you know, when people's fucking name changes. Underlapped. Because I want to, you know, I'm very, very, very serious about it. Been there, done that, messed around. Down. So Dowie, Bamford, Ripley, and Carlisle so far. Nobody should get 3 points, including the legendary MVG. Brett ain't messing. Brett's top at table, though. That's why he ain't fucking about. He's flying as high as Sunderland. I am a typical man, and like the ex said, I can't multitask, so only in this chat. Appreciate you 78 RPM. Get you sent over to other side, though. Click the link, click the channel, and then get you sent over. Peter White, coming for you, Brett. It's a competition, Bing. That's what I mean. There's no love lost round here. Brett's not fucking about. Socrates, I think he had a degree, and let's not ignore his philosophical work back in the Greek days. You nicked my joke there, BMG. I was going to go, oh, absolutely. You know, didn't Socrates die for his because he wouldn't lie or something? Why did he die? Socrates was executed in 399 BC, which is mad to say, you know. I mean, I'm not sure when he ended up playing football, but, you know, to just be around for that long is some form of intelligence, isn't it? Never mind. But yeah, it was executed by the Athenian democracy for impiety, not honouring the city's gods and corrupting the youth. That's it, yeah, where he made them want to get them to think for themselves or something. And then we're all sheep nowadays. We need a bit of Socrates in his life, don't we? His political criticism is associated with unpopular figures and unstable post-war political climate, making him a scapegoat for dissent and a threat to the democratic norms by questioning authority and traditional beliefs. He's got a quote, though, Annie, that's pretty mint or something. Socrates' best quote. She's probably ripping him up there. Probably fuming if I were Googling this years on. Although you won't. If you're about in fucking 300 BC or whatever it was, still some wankers Googling you on a Thursday night, I think you'd take it, wouldn't you? The only true wisdom is knowing you don't... The only true wisdom is in knowing you don't know nothing. I mean, I'm adding it. I'm putting a bit of Yorkshire onto it, but fuck it. And the only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Get up, Socrates. Stop it, Socrates. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. Not as good. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. I do know that one. Thank you, Mr. Socrates. The unexamined life is not worth living. That's probably too intelligent for me. I don't get it. To find yourself, think for yourself. Ooh, that's nearly sexy, that one, isn't it? I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Thou shouldest eat to live. I'm presuming Google's fucked that up. I'm assuming thou shouldn't eat to live. Not thou shouldst eat to live. Again, it's probably too intelligent for me because I don't even think that's a word, so it's definitely too much for me. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. And we said something similar to that, Socrates, a minute ago. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. That sounds like these are sexy, aren't they? Some of these. That's be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. I bet he was a wonderful lover. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. What am I doing here? Right, last one. We are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is an act, not a habit. Not an act. I'm butchering poor Socrates. I appreciate you not taking any prisoners, Brett. It's not that. He's just very serious about it. You know, he's top at league, mate. He's here to win. He's big Brett. I don't blame him. I like it. He's got that edge to him. Got that bite to him. Yes, JT, appreciate you, brother. Get your votes in, guys. We're going to run it for 8 more minutes, this vote. And it's honestly, it's hanging on a knife edge, MVG. I'll feel terrible if I can't give you any points here. But it's currently, you've got 14% saying you can have 1 point. And you've got 45% saying yes to 2 points. And 41% are saying 0 points. It's not just Brett in there that's against you. I don't know if it's against you. It's just the sheer competitiveness of many. You know, the many rule that let me think of some not Shakespeare, some Socratelian, you know, the true beginning of wisdom is knowing that a game is to be won, not to be played. Roger Slicker, Jack, is it prediction time for Palace game? Yes, indeed it is, Roger Slicker. Go over the rules. So you get 5 points for a correct result and 2 points for a draw without it being correct score. Does that equate to wins and losses irrespective to? I don't know what the last bit means there, but I've had my mind blown by Socrates. So yes, it's 5 points for the correct score. If you say Leeds are going to win 2-0 and they win 2-0, you get 5 points. If they win 1-0, you've got the right result. It's 2 points. If you don't get either right, you don't get anything. So if you predict a draw, if you say it's going to be 2-2 and it's 1-1, you get 2 points. If it's 2-2, you get 5 points. If you predict it on the underlap, so if you put it in on a Thursday night, or whenever the underlap is, because I think we're going to struggle to get another underlap before end of year, which is a bit mental. But it just lands on awful days. Well, not awful days. They're all good days, aren't they? They're all days to be enjoyed, boys. But you get an extra point. So there's 6 points up for grabs if you can get the right score predicted on the underlap. See, Joe Depp's not having it either, MVG. I feel for you, man. Oh, my God. We're on 0 points, 46%. The poll's running for another 6 minutes. If anybody wants to save MVG. I can't believe more people didn't just give you 1 point. I thought many would just give you 1 point. Don't know. Coppell studies economics at Scouse Uni, so he's in BMG, no doubts. Four Wings is restricted to cutting edge period products. Pads. Are you on the pads? See, I didn't know that 78 RPM, although I do look a bit like one. MVG can have the points that I got. Yeah, Ming, yeah. You'll be giving them away until you get some work, you Mingy. Because, as you well know, my brother, you didn't get no points last week. No Paul in this chat. It's because you're on the dark side, War Piglet. It is indeed, MVG. You've got him. Wait until he's built them up. And don't be fucking trading your points about, boys. I know what you boys are like. Once you know you're down and out, you'll be like, here, right, I'll trade my points in with you. And there'll be some sort of, you'll be spawning about, won't you? And then suddenly you'll interject my league table, or you'll conspire to confuse me, and then I'll end up believing you and changing results, changing the point system. And then Brett will be banging his drum from top of hill, like going, why? What are you doing, Jack? This is all a conspiracy. They're all in on to win. And then Brett will be full circle then, because he'll come back round and be like, why do you think I wanted to win on week 1? I want playing games from week 1. And you motherfuckers all pretended that just give him them. Bang, and then suddenly Brett's bottom at league, having got the most for correct results. Poor bastard, honestly. I know where this is going. Dowie, I'll find out what Dowie did. What did Dowie do? He's Dowie. I know he is, because I'm pretty sure I looked this up last week. Is Dowie intelligent? Yes, Ian Dowie is considered highly intelligent academically. He holds a master's degree in engineering. Ian Dowie is in He's got to be skipper, I think, with the Masters. Slego. Mignolet. Interesting. Is Mignolet... Google must wonder what the fucking hell's going on with me here. I can't spell his name. Mignolet. I put Mignolet. Ming's living in my head rent free. That's what it is. Is Mignolet? Yes. Goalkeeper is highly intelligent academically. He holds a degree in political science from the prestigious Catholic University of Leuven, and he's known for his intellect off the pitch. So Mignolet's in net. Didn't think we'd get a keeper. Bamford is intelligent. I'd have Bamford in there, Luke. Paddy speaks 4 languages: English, Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, and Bridgerton. Love it, mate. I was nodding along then before I got to the joke. At least someone has taste. Fuck the free world. Labrie as a doctorate. Well, we're doing it. We've not been doing managers, have we? That's a shame, isn't it? Yes, Labrie is highly intelligent academically. He holds a doctorate, as you just said. Oh, that's a PhD. So you've tried to blag me there. Smart guy, Labrie brings glory back to Sunderland is the headline. Qualification in sports psychology and physiology, and biomechanics. Smart guy. Got the manager. We didn't do managers. We've missed a trick there. Is there like a Ballon d'Or 11 or something we could do? Where, you pick, I know goalkeepers never won it, but pick the best player. I mean, I'm happy to keep moving on the this 11. I just mean for future 11s, just try to think like just the best, or I don't know, you could pick like a category, couldn't you? Like you could do like the most famous 11, as in like, the most famous goalkeeper, the most famous right back, left back, centre back, so on. Could do the most liked, the most loved, or the most you could do the most liked by football people, and then the most liked just in general. Like David Beckham obviously springs to mind, where every woman bangs on about him. Jack Grealish went through a patch of that. There's loads of 11s, BMG. Keep them rolling in. The manager's in. Bridgerton. Wasn't Hargreaves bright? I think Hargreaves was, to be fair. Yes, indeed. See, we were struggling initially, and now they're flying in. He's Owen Hargreaves. He seems smart, to be fair. Owen Hargreaves is consistently described as having a bright football mind. That's not really what we're after, though, is it? Football mind. They've all got a great football mind. I mean, Wayne Rooney's got a brilliant football mind, doesn't he? While his professional life exhibits high levels of intelligence, discipline, specific details about his performance in the traditional academic sense are not publicly available in these sources. So I don't know whether it can get in or not. Jack, a Desmond leads Palace 2-2. Roger Slicker, you're in there, mate. 2-2. Andy Roger Slick is 2-2. Underlapped. So potential 6 points available for you there, Roger Slicks. Can we get points for BBC Personality of the Year? No. Lasso dropped out of uni, so only good enough for the bench, I'm afraid. Agreed. Hargreaves seems smart, but not sure if he has qualifications. Yeah, he got me with that as well. Not you, Ming. I mean, Hargreaves in general got me with that. Emil Hughes, remember him having wild takes on Question of Sports. I said Hughes. Emil. Why do some, probably many, highly I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I don't know what that's on about. Loved it when Greg Rosetsky won. Yeah, the tennis player. Cat's gone, Ed's gone, Pile's gone. Love it. Yes, Richie67. What's good, big man? It's up. Mignolet subject to confirmation. Carlisle, Dowie, Bamford, Coppell, Riley are in. Socrates to be confirmed. I never did whether Socrates, because I ended up just going off on a fucking... I'm going to struggle here at his footballer. Socrates. I can't imagine this is going to be a yes, but why else would it be called Socrates? No. Brazilian footballer Socrates was highly intelligent academically and was qualified medical doctor. Am I being mad here? He is often referred to by the nickname Dr. Socrates or simply the Doctor. Am I being mad here? I can't tell. After retiring from football, he practiced medicine in his own town, Ribeirão Preto. His legacy is defined by the rare combination of immense talent on the field, his academic success, and his commitment to social and political change. He's in with a shout for fucking being skipper, though, there, if he's a doctor. Although Masters is a Masters, isn't it? Absolutely, Mingy. I should just sometimes just go through comments, shouldn't I? Appreciate you, MVG. 1, 2, 3. Legendary. Funny how at least 2 of the Sports Personality of the Year nominees are women footballers that I've never heard of. Well, in that blonde one that gets rinsed all the time, isn't she on it? Isn't she in it? And she fucking does my head, and she's so cringy, that woman. It's so now and giving twice. Pressure? What pressure? And then she misses that penalty. She goes over like she thinks she's fucking Cristiano Ronaldo, and she's missed. And I'm not even 100% certain she puts the rebound in. She misses, and then somebody puts the rebound in. Or it might be her that puts the rebound in. She goes over like, keep it calm. Fucking idiot. Pressure? What pressure? So nice. We need twice. Eric Cantona. I'm not certain about Cantona, but is Cantona intellectual? While Eric Cantona did not pursue a formal academic path, he is widely regarded as highly intelligent, known for his philosophical nature, deep understanding of football tactics. Again, that's not, but a diverse post-football career in acting, music, and art. Now, even though I'm into music myself, I won't put that down to intelligence. I know I said about Bamford playing guitar, but I just wanted Bamford in there. Jack the Pole don't show on the TikTok settings, but do on the normal. I know I should have put it in both, but then I'd have to work the fucking percentage out, wouldn't I, Roger? Which I'd actually forgot about the. But you've lost MVG. I'm so sorry, dude. You've been drowned out by the Scrooges, by the Grinches of the group. 42. I'll leave it up in front of a couple of minutes. But 42% are on 0 points out of 31 votes. 39% are on 2 points. And 19% said he can have 1. Which I'm surprised not more said he can have 1. But yes, Miguel, what's good, big man? Luke Chadwick. Let's have a look here. His footballer, Luke Chadwick. Got big teeth. Intelligent. There is little information available regarding former specific. However, reports indicate he found school difficult. So I don't know whether that one's a joke, JT. Yes, Steve White. Oilio. I think Socrates was smart, but I might be conflating with the other Socrates. I'm glad you're not only to me. I presume he was thick as shit, was he? I missed the start of the stream. What's the poll about? he didn't get. He wanted to get his result. Well, do we forgive the loyal MVG and grant him points because he says he was honest. Said he was thinking it's 0-0. Frank Ribery in the oil painting 11 agreed. Ozil in the ugly 11. Bielsa, fucking hell. Bielsa can get in there for me. Kermit Ozil, I like Ozil. MVG, I know. I feel for you, man. Beardsley in the Mingers 11, yeah. Is Ozil smart? Is Ozil meant to be smart there? Or are we on about being mingy? I used to fucking love Ozil. There's no information on him being smart though, particularly. Remember, there needs to be a Leeds player in each 11. David Hopkins for the ugly 11. I thought you were going to say David Hopkins were intelligent then. Yeah, David Hopkins were ugly. I've always asked my brother like how good David Hopkins was because he's like involved in my life, but just before my actual memories. So I find that. In fact, I'm going to close this poll to ask you boys how good David Hopkins was, and be fair. So unfortunately, you've been voted out, MVG. So 0 points granted. So Brett gets his way, but it's not. Brett was bold enough to say what he thought and what he believed, and then everybody ended up backing him up. So can you blame him? How good? No, what? How can I put this? Because obviously he was good. I'm going to ask just like a general question. Would Hopkins get in today's side? Yes, no. Yes, no. He was good, but we have better right now. Genuine interest to me, that. So yes, JT. Yes, logically called first, then when you are tanked, it don't matter. Exactly 78 RPM. I know exactly what you're on about there, mate, and you know what you're on about booze. Sigurdsson for the controversial 11. A controversy 11. Diego Costa. Socrates also in the 60 a day 11. What, on the old cigarettes? Costa, yes, for the Guavi 11. If that's a word around there, I can take it. Absolutely no reason at all. Help, please. I blowed up my toilet and now it's leaking all over the floor and now I need a plumber. I'd help to some extent, man. I couldn't help you, truth be told, but for absolutely no reason at all, I think you might be in the wrong stream, mate, because there probably is a plumber around in the, I'm sure somebody knows one. I mean, granted, you've asked for a plumber, but I'm presuming you mean a plumber. Guavi means ugly. Is it a word in England? Cantona potentially gets in for his sardines quote. Don't know the sardines quote. Cantona sardines quote. When the seagulls follow the trawler, it is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. He uttered this cryptic, I still get it. He uttered this cryptic phrase at the 1995 press conference after his conviction for kicking a fan, intending it was a metaphorical jab as the media's relentless pursuit of soundbites suggesting journalists, seagulls, swarm him, the trawler, or trower, whatever, hoping for scraps, sardines. Yeah. That's good. Sound like in the butt for no reason at all. I think the phone brings the weirdos, doesn't it? But we'll take it. Yes, Roller Blunt, big man. How's it going? Roller Blunt, I just want to stipulate, because you didn't put it in the underlap, the 2-1, but I don't know if you heard at the start, Roller Blunt. Providing you join in on the underlap, the points count for the 6-point system, if you get me. You still on, so now you've joined, you are in the underlap too. You've predicted 2-1 from the underlap. Because I think a few people got not panicky, I won't go as far to say panicky, but concerned that you wouldn't get the rightful points. But you don't, you worry, Roller Blunt, you're here. Philosophical corner with JackCity. How did we get there? Proper education, this channel. We tackle the big fucking issues, man. That's what it is. JT's not messing. He's got the darts on. Socrates could take a great free kick. I've no doubt, to be fair. Both the BC guy and the AC guy. AC-BC. Daniel FARKE, because he can multitask with at least 2 plans in a match. 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 3. I want 3, 5, 2. I want 3, 5, 2. We're winning because we play 3, 5, 2. Oh, it's switched up to 4, 3, 3. Oh, it's switched up to 4, 3, 3. Oh, we've got back in the game into 4, 3, 3. New character just been developed there, I think. Guavi. Always has been BMG. How do you think we got here? You know it, Mingy. You know it. BBC Sports Personality of the Year. We should do a poll for points. What do you mean? I don't want anybody winning. I won't even want to be nominated for that shit. I swear down. Multiple red cards for the serious foul play on Socrates' legacy. Yeah, I know, Solomon. I've done him on a big style, diddled him. Yes, Mimi, what's good, me dear? It's Thursday night, it's Palooza. Try again after I've had a few more. Roller Brunt, score predictions for this weekend. I didn't know you were a 2-1 loss. I thought in the I wrote it down 2-1 win, Roller Blunt. Smash those likes. Get up, Socrates. On me, Eddie, son. Socrates, on me, Eddie, son. What you on about, your ball bag? Fake stream. He's talking with other. They're just... you're going to learn what goes in sausages one day. Absolutely no reason at all. Well, that's probably why you've brought this toilet. Dodgy sausages. What do you mean? No, it's not just Brett. Joe Depp fucking hates me too. It's not. There's no hate MVG. It's just that, you know, it's out on badminton court, isn't it? Where, you know, it's all you can hit it and whack it and that, and then there's a couple of drop shots going, and it can kick up a gear pretty quick. And you know it, Ming. I'm well behind that. How's Mama Mimi? Absolutely. We need to know. MVG. Don't be getting down, MVG. Don't worry. To be honest, MVG, it makes the victory all that much sweeter, mate. When you bring it back, when they won't give you the honorary points, the courtesy points, and then when you bring it back round and you go, yeah, God, I still fucking dicked you. Can you check out Mignolet, Jax? I think he's brainy. I did, didn't I? So you're in front of me now, BMG. And I think if I remember rightly, it was. Out of competition, we are cool, says Brett. Exactly. That's where I'm at. Went to the other stream just to 0, so 78 RPM. No mercy. No mercy. You're the glue that keeps it all going, and Mingy, love it, mate. 1 point for MVG is like a dagger in the heart. Wagon! MVG can have the points for Arse Ripper. Vinny certainly gets in the best career post-football 11. That's a good one. We haven't done a post-football one, though, have we? What we're doing about the Xmas fixtures? They'll just have to be in on one of videos. I've slacked off a bit with videos, but I will put up. I always get at least. Well, I normally get about 3 out a week, but I'll just assure you that I'll get one out, and it'll just have to be on there. And then if there's no underlap, it's just 5 points are up for grabs. I am going to make a prize though, which I genuinely am gonna, and then whoever tops the league, I might do a first. No, we don't celebrate second place, do we? Might do a. Oh no, because then people will want to be bottom at league. The wooden spoon job. It's Thursday night's Palapalooza. Hello, Badgers. Merry Christmas from me and my family to you and yours. Appreciate you, Mimi. That's lovely. Also, thank you very much, my dear. Yeah, we're all a family up in this bitch, aren't we? It's up. Can't get all the tickets, even hospitality this season, and happy clappers. It's a nightmare, War Piglet. All I would say, big man, in terms of like on the actual day, just refresh like a maniac. And if you're not bothered about where you sat, you do have a chance. You can get them on the, you just got to be like, you just got to be refreshing like a maniac. Make Vinny captain is a hard bastard. Hard bastard. MVG, by the way, which member of the chat proposed that we start a prediction table nearly halfway through the season? Was it Brett by any chance? See, MVG's not taking any mercy on you now, Brett. Even though you're not in competition now, Brett, as well, but he's unrelenting, his MVG. Takes no prisoners. Big Sam for manager, I hear he's good with numbers. Big Sam on the when that tenner dropped or whatever when we got beat to Tottenham, I thought that was well funny. Mingy, yes. Mignolet is not my son, by the way. Mignolet, yeah. How's Mama Mimi? Robbie Fowler wasn't intelligent, but for a long time he was the richest retired UK soccer player for his investments in horse racing. And that shit was genius. Well, Robbie Fowler's got an investment in a property company as well, anyway. They go out and they do like they'll tell you how to get into property in that. And I know that firsthand. It was a right joke. Don't hate the player, hate the game, says Brett. Mignolet, Dowie, Bamford, Carlisle, Ripley, Coppell, Socrates with Labrie as the manager so far. I don't know if we've put more in because I'm behind. Matter and company for the smart 11. I can imagine Matter being clever. Yes, Juan Matter is considered highly intelligent academically as he's known for his commitment to education. He has earned multiple university degrees and maintaining demanding football career. A degree in journalism, degree in sports science and marketing. He's also recently completed the Business of Entertainment, Media and Sports program at Harvard University. So Juan Matter's definitely in there if BMG's up for that. And then Company, who, to be fair, I can imagine Company being intelligent. Yes, Vincent Company is highly intelligent academically and has demonstrated this by earning a master's in business. See, Roller Blunt straight in there with two pelters there. Two pelters. It's the only thing we've actually followed through with as well. So thus far, we're on week 2 and we're already still going with it. Trafford straight in there for the Ballon d'Or. The best keeper that's ever lived. It'd be pretty high. That's a mint question, Roger. I actually think that's a mint question. It's quite hard for me to go. I'm trying to catch up there, Roger, but that's a mint question, I think. But really, in my life, it's top 5, really. I think if you actually viewed it like that, that's mental. Top 5. Top 5. Robbie Fowler wasn't highly educated. No, I know what you're saying, but he made a shit ton of money. Which there is an intelligence to that, isn't there? We could have Scolari as manager of the hard case 11. Didn't have a scrap with someone once. Well, Scolari, Mancini, he loved a bit of a scrap, didn't he, on training field? Who was that guy? And it don't make you hard, but there's something mental about it. He used to smoke. He called Sarr or something. Sarr, were at Chelsea, wasn't he? Were it Sarri? He used to always smoke on side at pitch. I always thought that was fucking legendary, that. Just having a fucking ciggy on side at pitch. It's so legendary, that. Having a cig's nuts. Frank Lampard, I can't get him in there. It's been verified for me. Yeah, I'm not even looking whether he's intelligent or not. What a strange scenario that would be, wouldn't it, ball bag? You'll get my attention for a bit and then I'll be bored of you, man. But it's live, you absolute weapon. Click on my link, click on my channel, and then go to the other view, you peen ass. How can I be chatting with myself? Why would how could am I typing? Or is my bird downstairs on, 30 odd different accounts all sending me messages? Perhaps. Wasn't Glenn Johnson quite bright? I think that's a good shout. I do think that, and that's a good bit of knowledge there as well, BMG. Because that's like, he's forgotten, isn't he, Glenn Johnson? Yes, former England and Liverpool right back Glenn Johnson is considered academically intelligent. While being a professional footballer, he pursued and was close to completing a mathematics degree through Open University, a fact that made headlines during his career. I mean, he didn't complete it, but his academical interests were considered unusual in the football world and often mentioned alongside other educated players like Frank Lampard, who we're not having in, and Juan Mata. So, yeah, I think Glenn Johnson can sneak in there for me. The penis, this fella. That's what I said. I rule Lampard out immediately, indeed. Cheers, man. You're more than welcome to FARKE off. I don't get the rhetoric of 6 points. If it's 5 points for spot on, 2 points for a will-nilly draw. Because if you're here for the live on the underlap gains you privileges. It gains you privileges that this ball bag don't understand. Because obviously I'm talking to myself and I'm also creating a competition with myself. Because YouTube must realize, it must be good for my views. To like talk to myself for like how long did we go last week, guys? 3 hours or something. Honestly, I'm like, I couldn't be, I'm as dedicated as I possibly can be to the channel, but it's mainly just for the shit talk. But it takes serious dedication for me to be doing this if nobody's actually communicating with me. Because believe me, the type of person I am, this would not be worth my while. Peter Crouch looks like need, but even if he's not highly educated, his intelligence made him a lot of cash doing adverts after he hung up his boots. Yeah, we should do it. We should do who made some cash after football 11. I can imagine Peter Crouch being relatively accidentally intelligent, but I don't think he'll have a degree or all, will he? Intelligent individual with an aptitude for learning and strong work ethic, a good communication skills, though specific details of advanced academic qualifications beyond secondary are not widely publicized. That's what I mean. So it's not, but I bet he did well at school, but he's one of them don't really need to, didn't give a shit at school, I would imagine. Fucking hell. Duncan Watmore, that's a belter there, arse ripper. Duncan Watmore is highly intelligent academically. He's notable for being one of only 2 Premier League footballers in history to have earned a first-class honours degree. First class, though, people have got masters. He then later went on to complete a master's degree in international business, leadership and management. York University, get up. Yeah, he's got to get in there, BMG. We're going to struggle for places here at this point. What more potentially? Let's do a background check. It's in there, mate. Gerard Piqué. Let's have a look. I can imagine Piqué being insane, but he left Shakira, didn't he? Which hurt my feelings for some reason. Even though I think she's probably a bitch. Former footballer Gerard Piqué is considered highly intelligent academically. He notably earned a master's degree in business from Harvard University. Piqué's in there. We're going to struggle for spots here. So do we get 7 points in total for Scarrett? No, don't MVG. Don't fucking send him on this roller coaster again. Watmore finished uni even though he was a pro footballer. He's in. He's got to get in there. We're going to struggle for spots here. Socrates, being a doctor, will save us money on the medical team. Yes, he can do a bit of both, BMG. Love it. What would I be if not a footballer? A virgin, Peter Crouch. Yeah, it's a good line, isn't it, that? I know. I saw. I mean, he didn't sign from, did he? I think he just played for a what do you call it game. What more for captain? Yeah, Stripper's not fucking about. Brett knows the score. Believe me, he's got this competition on lockdown, hasn't he? 5 points for correct score. If you don't get the correct score, but you get the correct result, you get 2 points. You don't get both. No messing about from Brett. Shout out to Julie. Hit those likes. Get up. Get up. Get them likes whacked up in this bitch for us. You'll never walk alone. Cheers, Danish. I mean, I walk alone all over the shop. 1 extra point for correcting it on the underlap. Absolutely. 2 things can be true at once. Absolutely no reason at all. But unfortunately, this time round, one of them isn't true. So I'll have to take. I'm happy to be a moron. I'm particularly happy to be a moron in your eyes, you pube. 1 more point for doing it on the underlap. Ming knows what day it is. But just open a few different profiles, will you, love? Sort us out. Yeah, just somebody's on to us, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, just make a few more emails for us, love. Thank you. MVG, no worries, Jack. When it comes to predicting football scores, you really learn who your friends are. Wise man once said. And you know it, MVG. Here we go. I love it when we get the updates. Mignolet, Glenn. I mean, I'm getting the updates. I'm well late. Mignolet, Glenn Johnson to be confirmed. I think we confirmed Johnson to some extent. Coppell, Ripley, Bamford, Socrates, Watmore confirmed. Carlisle, Matter confirmed. Company confirmed. Libris. And I've missed some. BMG letting the ball slip there. I don't help him out on these things either, so I feel terrible. But Luke Chadwick gets in the fucking ugly 11, that's for sure. 0-0 ball draw is what I predicted, Andy, but Jack only introduced this game after I left the stream on Saturday. I'm fucking somehow getting blamed for it. Pube! Evening all. Evening, Mr. War Piglet. Not together tonight. Oh, you're together in a fashion though, Julie. 3-1. Underlapped it. Julie near it. We love you, Julie. Even though that absolutely no reason at all. I don't think anybody exists. 3-1. Underlap. Maybe everybody is a robot and I'm just being fucking add-on. Can you imagine? Roger that, Brett. You don't get both. Why did Jack say I could gain 6 points from my Desmond prediction? Because if you do it on the underlap, you get an extra point, mate. He's missed my message about Luke being ugly. I mean, Beardsley definitely, defo in the Mingers 11. Yes, Pat Dunn. Cheers, dude. Get your prediction in, Pat Dunn. I'm well behind. Yes, Shezza. Box is always busy. It's not Leeds bar by per se, but it's always busy. It's always decent. Brotherhood's got shitloads of TVs if it's going to be busy. Air bar's all right, but it's sometimes a bit dead. I don't know, really. It's a bit of potluck. I'll tell you what used to be good, but it's not even open anymore, so this ain't good. But Walkabout used to be good. It used to be mint, didn't walk about because it bang in centre of town. Everybody like pilot out Wetherspoons go next door. It were good. Leave me mate alone, mate. Being educated, mate, doesn't make someone intelligent. Uneducated people are often more intelligent than educated people. Academics, absolutely, as Peter Hitchens would say, they're overeducated. Some people think that when they're educated, that makes them intelligent. And there's obviously a level of education that you have to go through to be at a certain level of intelligence. But really, you know, being educated just means you can read a book and understand the book. It's not an actual intelligence, is it? So I'm on board with that, AO. Yes, Scott McIntyre, what's good, big man? Roger that. I watched in Toast. Shiz was called. Toast is a good shout. Yes, indeed, Shezza. Toast is a good shout. I tried to meet Ming in Toast, but I couldn't fucking won't let me in. See, it's not that hard, is it, Brett? Brett's got it on the lock. From what I remember, Hopkins was decent, not massively skillful, but combative, like a worse version of Batty, maybe. See, that's what Hopkins gets the ugly 11, yeah. That's my correlation of him. But was he slightly more attackive than Batty? Cheers, mate. David Moyes was a monger. I can't even talk. Oh, Julie. Me, Julie. I know you're loving you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. And thank you, War Piglet. Even though, you know, a certain couple of people don't think you exist. Just tipped myself. Thank you, Julie. Very, very kind of you. Very sweet. Appreciate you. Legendary. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, War Piglet. Me, Julie. Richard Todd. Evening, Jack. Vincent Kompany on the most educated footballer? ? Hopkins was a grafting midfielder with the odd bit of class. Yeah, see, that's where I'm at, Richard. I thought because he just been compared to Batty, which Batty's probably one of them players that could have probably got further forward, but just did the job for the team. He was excellent in that holding role, even though even then it wasn't a holding role, was it? But this is what I'm on about. This is when I become a dinosaur, isn't it? This is what annoys me about football. I don't mind like getting more intellectual about how the game actually works, but Batty would now be a holding midfielder, and in reality, he was just a central midfielder, wasn't he? Declan Rice or whatever, you know, Declan Rice now, they can't work out whether he wants to hold back or go forward or whatever. He's just centre midfielder that plays a role, like Roy Keane says, like if he played with Scholes, if he went, Roy Keane stayed. If Roy Keane went, Scholes would stay. It's just the same thing. I don't, you know, it just now, like he just goes all the time, which Roy Keane did later on in his career anyway. He held all the time because he couldn't get forward. So it's fucking stupid. That's sweet, innit? Roller Blunt would be loving that. Hopkins could do what Longstaff could do wearing hobnail boots and a Motson sheepskin Motson. That jacket's fucking mental, so... Hit them likes. Yes, JT, appreciate you, man. Evening, Mimi. Lovely. I finished work back in at 8 in the morning, so Paul's at his place. Can be a long one. Why have you been on Big Brother? The prediction bonus, Mingy. Fucking strikes again. Tipping myself. Thank you, Ming. Madman. Appreciate you, Mingy. Thank you. Is everyone here now? There is a weirdo in the other chat, probably Steve, the gardening gimp. Yeah, I think he's gone now, to be fair. I haven't seen a comment for a bit. I entertain it for 10 minutes and then it's just woof talking it. Yes, Jimmy sandwiches, just beer Moretti, mate. On offer, aren't they? You know what it is. I don't know what was going on at that point, JT, but what was going on? Please remind me. If FARKE's really smart, he might try and get away with 5-5-3 next game. That's what, that's the inside intel as well, isn't it, BMG? Yes, Scott McIntyre from Scotland. Appreciate you. Get the fuck. Right, we need to try and catch up. Well, if he's Silver Steve in disguise, he really is a gimp, isn't he? How's the shell fonts, JT? That's the topic that we need. What does go in sausages? Crunched up, mate. Yes, Badger Mark. Gates up, Badger LUFC. Badger Mark LUFC, Badger LUFC. Fuck am I on about there? You know it, Ming. You'd have got 2 points, MVG, with your draw. Palace rested all their first team players tonight. Could have been their full strength team Saturday, and indeed. Let's have a look. What did that finish up? No, what's it at now? I don't know. Maybe getting towards end, will it? The 2-1 down, though, to be fair, but it's a bit mental. Hopefully they've had to drag a few on. They've got Gay on, Mitchell on. Yeah. Will Hughes is on. So they've had to bring them on to some extent, but we can't fucking worry about them anyway. Fuck them. I think I had 2-1 win against Brentford. No points, but going 3-1 this weekend. Richard Todd, I'll write it down for you, brother. I can also check what you had on there last time. Unless you're having me on and you've already put it in there. Let me do a quick check. No, I can't see you. Richard Todd is going 3-1 underlap points. Against Brentford, Richard Todd, you had... You had 1-0. That's what you went for against Brentford, Richard. And you know it. Jack, are you going live for the weekend game? Are you going to Ellen Road? And now I'm jumping back to the other stream. I will be at Ellen Road in its fullest. Oh, yeah, Mingy. Vinny better actor than footballer. He's a shit actor. I thought Vinny was mint as a footballer, but again, it's slightly before my era. Before I knew what fucking day it was. Is the price for winning a night of passion with the Badger? I couldn't do it to her. Do you know, I'd love to do that, MVG, to be honest. I'd love to let her out for night, but I couldn't do it to her. I didn't, Roger, no, to be fair. I've not spoken to him for a bit. I'm confused. If you're not doing another underlap, surely we should chalk all games down. No, Roger Slicker, I won't be able to keep up. No. It doesn't really matter, does it? Because the game's open for everybody. So if the underlap's there, because I'll do an underlap. I just can't promise it being on a Thursday. Let me have a look at calendar here. Because next Thursday's Christmas Day, and you can get jenked if you think anybody's going to... Or that might be the most successful underlap in history, who knows? And then the underlap after that is on the New Year's Day. So... And do we play... I can't remember. Because obviously it can't land on a fucking... Are we playing on New Year's Day or not? I can't remember. Yeah, Liverpool, fucking hell. I could do it after Liverpool game, to be fair. That might be quite funny. Although I go out on New Year's Day. It's my favourite day of the year. It's not my favourite day of the year, but it's just a midnight out. He's a parasite who earns a living off the back of ripping tenants off. Fuck Silver Steve's. That's a good one. Top managers 11, absolutely. Must have played the position there. I like that. Badger is a Vestal virgin, never to be touched. Oh, I love it. Sunderland, Roger. Do you think we'll actually do any business in January? We need to go out and get some. I can't see Harrison or Mez leaving due to their wages. Not sure we'll sell Peru. If so, how can we bring anyone in? I know FARKE didn't help when he said, he's picky. Which I actually believe he should be picky. But I think it's a good thing that he's picky. But the fan base won't like that, will they? The loud morons will be like, he fucking says he's picky. So yeah, just don't just want some random shite coming in. That's why. Why no Bielsa in? He was top level footballer, so qualifies. Bielsa can get in any team ever. Don't think anyone knows that for sure. BMG. Lukaku, brainy. I think there's a good chance of this. Yes, Romelu Lukaku is considered intelligent. He holds a degree in public relations and tourism. Well, the degrees agree. And is a gifted linguist who is fluent in multiple languages, which I appreciate. And when we're talking about multi-languages, this is actually multilingual. English, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, French, Congolese, Swahili. And he's also reported to understand German. So I think Lukaku's in with a good shout there. Well, I think loans will be difficult, so Sunderland. Brett, we could do players who were also good managers like Beckenbauer, who won the World Cup as both. I wonder if you'd be able to make it out like, you know, major honours 11. So like in as both. So like I would imagine Guardiola won the Champions League with Barcelona. If he didn't, he definitely won league, and then he's won shit with everyone. You know, Deschamps, or I can never say his name, that French guy. Oh, you know that, Brett. Lukaku, maybe. Let's have the Jack check. He gets in there for me, BMG, with your blessing. Top 5, says War Piglet. Yeah, that's about my man, Facky Fucker, innit? Money makes money. If any half-brained individual had millions in the bank, I'm sure they could make millions. Also, as well, with that Gomez gang, it's like if you lose, you know, how much of a dumb investment are you making? As long as if you've got 5 million in bank, as long as you don't put 5 million into one thing, you know, and watch it collapse, you're not really going to, you know, if it's 200,000 that you lose, you go, well, I lost 200,000, but then that 50 grand investment, maybe 150 grand last year. So, and you just give it to people that know what they're doing with it, don't you? So, Brett likes the idea, BMG. Roger, he would be top 3 stats wise, probably not in my top, favourite top 5, slightly different as well, to be fair, Roller Blunt. Brian Clough was a better manager than Farke. Fucking, well, not in my eyes. Everybody fucking sucks Brian Clough off, don't they? Because he said some funny stuff. That being one of them, Ming. With Sunderland missing 7 players, do you fancy your chances against Leeds? Shaka Hislop. My mate used to pretend to be Shaka Hislop in net. Greengrass used to say, I'm like Shaka Hislop. I think he just liked his name. But Shaka Hislop is widely considered very intelligent academically. He earned a degree in mechanical engineering from Howard University and even completed an internship at NASA before his professional football career kicked off. Fucking get Shaka Hislop up in this bitch. We've already got a keeper in, haven't we? Who was the keeper, BMG? That's a mental call, is that, Roller Blunt? That's a belter, that. Yes. Put your hands up. Will the real chatbot please stand up? Please stand up. Let me close this poll. We're done with this poll, aren't we? It's a no. It's a solid no. Although 36% said it was good, but we have better. We need a new poll. I need to catch up also. Only 2 have been first team starters all season, and another one only came into the team the last couple of games, so only 3. Brett knows his beans. All those hands up coming in now. Where's that dickhead gone? Absolutely not. No, it was absolutely delightful, Roger. Je ne sais quoi. Thank you for asking. Yes, Mr. Whitesnake. Get up, Mr. Whitesnake. Makalele. Now then, you're fucking on fire, Roller Blunt. Cloud Makalele is widely regarded as one of the most... Oh, hang on, this is football intelligence. That doesn't work. Academic background. While many players go on to pursue academic qualifications, I've just found somebody else, guys. I found another fucking keeper, guys, by accident. Petr Cech apparently got a master's degree. Makalele does not have a similar academic career. So Petr Cech's got... We've got 3 keepers now. I can't remember who the first one was. Petr Cech. Yes, Petr Cech is widely considered intelligent, known for his multilingual speaking Czech, which obviously is from English, French, German, Spanish, and pursuing higher education, including earning a master's degree, while still playing, showcasing significant intelligence. He's got to be... What we're going to do, we've got more keepers than... Well, we've just got loads of keepers. And you know it, Ming. I'm dedicated to the shit talk. Mignolet, we need to work out who's more intelligent out of Mignolet, Petr Cech, and Shaka Hislop. We've got Labrie as manager. Mignolet, we're going to decide. Why don't we go on who you think the best keeper was then? So we've got the intelligence on lock, haven't we? And then you put in, I think, then you go in with the who was the best one. Glenn Johnson, Socrates, what a team. I mean, Mignolet is like, you know, I mean, I actually didn't mind Mignolet for what it's worth, but, you know, to Glenn Johnson, you think, well, the team's getting slightly better. You know, keeper's a bit suspect, perhaps, at the top level. Glenn Johnson had his moments. Socrates, Ripley, Juan Mata, Carlisle, Bamford, Koppel, Lukaku to be confirmed. What more company? It's a fucking 11-11, this. Do one. Aye, lad. Yes, Roller Blunt. We are loyalty shit chatters that keep us all same, mate. And you know it, Richard Todd. Get up and get out of here. Get out of it. Here we go, guys. I know you've read this, but I am reading it for the very first time. Mammy Mimi had another biopsy today. Second one she's had done now, but this one was fully successful. Managed to finally get a sample of this cancer, so she really will be on treatment soon. Amazing, Mimi. Send love to Mama Mimi. I'm aware she doesn't watch the Underlap, but let it be known, Mama Mimi, that you know, there's a good 50, 60 people, good 50, 60 idiots on a Thursday night that really do want the best for you and your family. So don't call me Shirley. That's an hell of a quote, and I do know that one. Did we boot Bowie, BMG? Yeah, Bowie's got to be... Bowie. Fucking David Bowie. Dowie. Ian Dowie. Keegan advertised Brut back in there. That hairdo. Makalele didn't make the cut, BMG. And to be fair, I don't blame BMG for missing people, because he's got on like the to be confirmed list. And then I'm about fucking 45 minutes behind comments, aren't I? So I'm going to catch up there. Some people still don't realise the underlap happens for no reason than for us to talk shit and have a good crack. I know some people come in, or like I'll get comments saying like, what is going on a Thursday night or whatever. It's like, doesn't everybody just chat shit about... We still chat. I would say that the conversation is led around football, isn't it? That's the, you know, that's the in. But it just goes wherever it may go, doesn't it? Dowie's back in. Dowie was in the ugly 11 as well. Two things can be true at once, as you well know. Dennis Wise. Now, you might be on wind up there. I know what you're like, Doctor. But I feel like, or is it Gus Poyet? No public information suggesting that Dennis Wise is intelligent. I feel like Gus Poyet. What? You've opened a bit of a can of worms there. No, he's not known. No, not known as intelligent. What a mental thing that is. Neville is a millionaire slum landlord. Fuck him. Ugly 11 has some fierce competition. PK's in. Off subject. There's never a subject over here, Roger Slicker. What channel have you tuned into? Off subject, have you seen No Country for Old Men and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Would you like to hazard a guess at that, Roger Slicker? We need another poll, don't we, guys? You know it, Brett. The thunderclap. Multi-talented. I can answer that right now, Andy. No. You know it. And you know MVG knows it. 2-1 cups. They definitely have to bring some first team era on, otherwise they are out. Might change for their team for Sat. I think they will. And you know it. We'll have to sit in and watch them together. Kante went to college. I mean, again, I went to college, fucking hell, but I know what you're saying, big man. Is Kante intelligent? Yes, N'Golo Kante is considered intelligent. Before becoming a professional footballer, he completed higher education in accountancy and is a fully qualified accountant. So it's a very good shout, Michael Browders. How's it going, by the way, big man? No Country for Old Men is quality, and the book is decent. Not a reader either. So Wenger, Mkhitaryan, Rory Delap. Get them long throws going in. Wenger's got to be intelligent, and I bet Wenger's intelligent. Yes, Arsenal manager, highly intelligent academically, master's degree in economics. Who else do we have in there? Mkhitaryan, that's a good shout. Just because you've been coming up with the absolute pelters, dude. You've been some mint ones. I can't even spell his name. He's Mkhitaryan, and I'm hoping it helps me out. Mkhitaryan, it's done it. Yes, footballer Mkhitaryan is considered highly intelligent academically, pursued higher education, which is uncommon. He holds 2 university degrees and is a polyglot who speaks 8 languages. I don't know what a polyglot is. He speaks Armenian, which is obviously where he's from, Russian, English, French, Portuguese, Ukrainian, German, Italian. He's a smart man. 2 university degrees from the Armenian State Institution of Physical Culture and another economics. Yeah, intelligent man we've got there. And then Rory Delap, who I feel like I've heard this, not just for his long throws. No. So he's just said no, he's not. I'm so far behind here, guys. I don't know what's going on. We'll stick Kante on bench. You need a degree minimum to get in this 11 now, unless you're Bamford. Literally BMG. The degrees are flying in, though. Yes, Dr. Kuros, and you know it, mate. What did you get your vote? What did you say against Brentford, Dr. Kuros? Let me have a look here. Or did you not? You didn't get one in, did you not? No, I don't think you got one in, big man. Let me not get distracted here. 2-1. Underlapped. You're in for 6 points. David Moyes was a minger, is a minger. Seth Johnson was under the cosh. He cleared up the story about Ridsdale. I know, to be fair, I couldn't be arsed watching that. Apparently comes across all right, does he? I don't know. It's a sign of well, I think we all know it's a sign of long, decent hair, isn't it? Or well, whether or not decent is a different thing, isn't it? But I'm well educated, but really I'm thick as 2 short planks. You know what day it is, BMG. Hey mate, if you ask Jack, he'll probably get you on camera and you can both work through your differences. Solanum knows what day it is. Vinny Samways was some beaut. Some viewer. I'm educated, a 2-1. And no fuck all, really. But Steve Morrison, we've done the... I don't know if you're here for the Socrates talk, but, you know, when we were learning earlier on, when we were trying to educate, when we were trying to be a river to our people on here, knowing you know nothing is intelligence, mate. So you got your 2-1. You got your 2-1. Perfect, mate. Love it. And you know that you don't know all, because nobody knows shit about shit. And when somebody tries to tell you they know anything about anything, you go, you don't know shit, mate. You take it on board, you take it in, and you go, right, yep, sound. And then you've developed. Knowledge is not about being the most intelligent person in the room. Knowledge is about having a chat sending what you think's out to be right and then getting stuff back and going right. And you're transcending, aren't you? That's what actual intelligence is, knowledge is. Trying to become better and more intelligent and a better person. That's intelligence, not being like, well, I've read 45 books this year, so what the fuck do you know about it? It's like the dumbest person in the room can say something intelligent, or it can make you laugh. It can be witty, can have a sense of humor, or, you know, somebody would write off because they swear loads and then say something really quite funny. You got to be like, that's really funny, that. I'm going to nick that. And then you know, it's all about you growing. It's not about fuck everybody else. Not fuck everybody else. That's like the opposite of what I've just tried to say, but you get the idea. What do you think of an ex-players union? I think great idea. What for the Gomez gang? What do you mean, Roller Blunt? What are you sorry for, old boy? So an underlap gets you 1 point bonus. Is that for correct score or second best? How could it be second best? No, it's correct score only, I'd say. It's a dangerous place. Frightening man. I'm going to try to catch up here. Matt Target was not exactly gorgeous. Cristiano Ronaldo and Beckham both loaded. Well, that's through. I mean, Beckham both, but Ronaldo's probably got some businesses. I don't know, that fuck knows. No, Roger. No bonus. You only get bonuses on underlap, mate. You got to sit yourself through this. 2-1 Palace, Roller Block. I thought. How'd you down for 2? I didn't realise it was to Palace. I'll have to put that in like brackets because I'll end up fucking that up if we win 2-1. I'll be like, and Roller Blunt gets the full 6 points. I actually saw a video today about a scandal player. Marcus Bent was in it. Is he happy? Is he partial to a scandal? By the way, he scores when he wants, does Calvin Lewis. He scores when he wants. He certainly does, mate. My top quote is, you can lead a sheep to a pen, but we needed no leading to the low fields pens. Absolute fucking carnage back in the day, marching on together. I'm not 100% following that, Richard Todd. Apologies. Roller Blunt's been a member for 6 months, which is a madness. Thank you, Roller Blunt. You're a legend, mate. Steve Morrison, is Stack a 6 or an 8 in your opinion? Oh. I don't know. What's an 8? No, he's not an 8. No. He's a 4. No, he's this is what I mean, man. I think some players get lost up in systems. So, like, when we were 5-3-2, 3-5-2, which is the same thing, but I think he's one of them, man, where I think in reality he's an 8. Right. Let me try and articulate the best I can for you, Steve, even though I'm so far behind at comments. Apologies to everybody. And you've probably gone by now, Steve. But not every player fits this. This is not. I think it's a good question. This is not an abuse of the question. Not every player fits this bullshit version of, like, you know, is he holding midfielder? Is he an 8? Is he a 10? In a system, so like look at like Paul Pogba, for instance, who had glimpses of. I'm not comparing Stack to Paul Pogba, by the way, because even though I think Paul Pogba were underwhelming at Scum, unbelievable footballer, and there's no doubt about that. You take Paul Pogba, wouldn't you, even after his ban or whatever, but at Leeds United, but just to piss the Man U fans off as well. But they sold him, got rid of him, bought him back silly money, and then he was still shit. But in the right system. And when I say system, I'm on about, because I am slightly against this nonsense where it's like a centre midfielder can't just play centre midfield if he's playing 3-5-2 or whatever, 5-3-2, whatever, 4-3-3 or whatever. It's not. It's about the person. It's about the job you've been given, haven't you? And I think sometimes to have a player, if Stack's playing centre mid with Ampadu, if we're playing 4-4-2, if I'm going to be a dinosaur, and Stack's playing 4-4-2 with Ampadu in middle, Ampadu's going to sit and Stack's going to get forward. Now, Stack's not in a 3, the 8. You know, when Tanaka's there, you'd go Ampadu, Stack, Tanaka. Tanaka's more of the 8. I mean, people were wanting him in the 10 last year. I don't think he's a 10 either. But Tanaka's probably more of the 8. But last year, Tanaka did a fine job in the centre midfield, just allowed to get further forward than Ampadu. So it's like a weird... I don't think there's an answer for that question. I think Stack's a good footballer, and on his day, I think he can actually fire one home. You know, he obviously got his goal against Liverpool, a free kick goal, which, you know, means nothing. You could be a goalkeeper and get a free kick goal. But I think he's probably just a centre midfielder who's slightly lost in which one he is, because he's neither. Because I don't think it means anything, that statement is kind of my point. I don't think it actually, as much as it exists, I don't think it's a real thing. I don't think Stack's thinking, oh, I'm just not quite an 8. It's just in, you know, how we play. And it comes down to like a reliance thing. Like David Batty I was mentioning earlier. David Batty is probably not like a holding midfielder in reality. He's a centre midfielder that can definitely get forward. He's decent, a lot better than decent. David Batty was amazing. But he sort of gets branded with this like, oh, win the ball and I pass the ball. It's like if there's better players about, you win the ball and you pass the ball, don't you? I'm sure like everybody bangs on about Paul Ince and stuff from back in the day who ended up getting moved on. I'm sure these players are unreal, but when you're playing with like players that are literally, legitimately unreal. Jack Grealish went to Man City, didn't enjoy his football allegedly, ends up going to Everton, does really well at Everton. I don't know what my point is with that, but it's just like some players need the club, need the manager, and it's not the role. I don't think it's the role. I'm banging on now. I don't think it's necessarily the role that they're playing. I think it's within the team and the responsibility taken upon them. I think players like Rodon have excelled at the club because of what they needed in the career. Ampadu's excelled at the club because of what he needed in terms of his career. I think Calvert-Lewin will excel at the club. We're actually in a similar battle that Everton have been in for the past 8 years or however long it is, while ever he's been there. And Everton have gone on to do far better without him. But Calvert-Lewin's playing well for us, and we need him. Like, we're reliant on him. It's like we need, you know what I mean? Some players need, well, most players need that. I don't know. Sorry if that doesn't get anywhere near answering your question, but it's kicked me so much further behind and I need a piss. Can DCL make the England squad with a realistic chance of starting? No, Roger Slicker. But I also think that was bullshit on him. I thought it was well unfair how like Twitter went for him. Calvert-Lewin didn't even bring that up. That was said on a... That was asked of him, and he just said, well, I'm just going to keep, scoring goals and try to play well. Where you was being... not with you there, JT. What was Keegan's quote about we're preparing for what's around the corner, but we don't know where the corner is or something? I don't know. I'll find out some mint quote. Keegan, what's around the corner? I know what is around the corner. I just don't know where the corner is. I just snaffled everywhere. That is funny. I just fucking snaffled. My fucking mouth just blew up. Kane will start every game, make the squad probably not. But if he ends the season on 15 plus goals, he's done what he's can to be considered. If he keeps banging goals in, he will be considered for it. Oh, I don't know what the yes or no. Oh, is that for England? We'll slap that in. I'll just put, can Calvert-Lewin get in the squad? I'm just going to put again because I'm going to fuck off the World Cup. Just in general. Can't be a fix, to be fair, JT. Gomez gang 3-2 leads at weekend. Get up, big man. Gomez gang 3-2 Underlap. So for the extra point, mate. Appreciate you, brother. Roller Blunt for the FARKE out as tears. Merry Christmas, bro. Thank you, Roller Blunt. There's no need, man. Honestly. You and Mama Mimi. You and Mimi and Mama Mimi, but appreciate you, brother. You're a legend, mate. I just want to check I've fucking wrote everything down here because I feel like I'm fucking this up a bit. I need to catch up here, data boys, or you're going to get pissed off with me. Let me try and catch up here. Because this is about as far as I've ever been behind in my whole life. For me, going on holiday trumps Christmas is the best time of year. Although I try to get away 2 or 3 times a year, and particularly during Christmas. Uni degree gets him in. Yeah, 78 RPM, but it's all for joy, innit, mate? Terry's point, I can't see any promoted teams from the Championship being a threat next year, Jack. If we stay up Richard Todd, that's another mint shout. We've well within his rights to think they'll be shit when they get up. Cruyff would be definitely in there for good manager and player. Mingy, behave yourself. Appreciate you, man. Should do a top. I'm not skipping that, by the way, Ming. I'm going to come back to that. I just want to catch up a bit. Should do a top Totty 11. I'll put Kate Bush, Wuthering Heights, Gillian Anderson, X-Files, etc. Do other clubs' managers say January is difficult or just FARKE Leeds? Probably just us. It's perplexing how quick Leeds fans are dismissing Joe Peru. What have I missed? Everything's solved. Don't worry about us, Matt B. Let me catch up here. Mimi's been a member for 4 months. That's a madness. I will let her know, Mimi. Thank you. Appreciate you. Shaka can be vice skipper. Oi, oi. I know, Jules T. Don't ask. I need to take it off. Recommended. You can't still be FARKE out here. It's just a bit dodgy and go, wasn't it? That's why my mate was used to make me laugh when he wanted to be Shaka Hislop. So I was like, but it's a bit dodgy. Brainy him, aye. Jimmy Hill calling him Shagger Hislop. I don't know if you give a fuck about England, but could you do a Bellingham, Palmer, Foden, Rangers poll and give you 2 cents on that? Put that again, Steve. I'll be up for that. I'm going to piss myself, boys. I really want to catch up there. Mignolet's in there. Peter Cech has to be in contention. We'll have to have 2 keepers on bench. We've got more keepers. To be fair, we were. I know it's lagging. I'm catching up though, JT. I was going to say we've got more than Leeds United. Good luck to Mama Mimi. It's because there's 2 views, Jules D. So you'll be on other view, but you've probably gone by now. But because I'm so far behind. Oh, Mimi, behave, me dear. Birthday cake bone. That's honestly, Mimi. Very kind of you, my dear. I'm going to come back to these super chats, guys, because I'm going to catch up. We don't have a specialist left back. This is the problem. Bamford can play left back, can't he? Kalini Mane, whack them, and David Weatherall with a chemistry degree. Yeah, so appreciate you, Mimi. 20 seconds. I think I probably called it Underlap before I went live, Roger. Do I do an Xmas Day Underlap? That's the next poll, without a doubt. I'm on my way here. Always a Leeds player, BMG, and you know it. You've got me, Jules D. You're in. I know. I'm going to stop it, honestly. It does help though. I think I've been told it does help, but I don't take it off, and then when I'd go on, is Liam Cooper intelligent, or you have me on there? Burt Reynolds, sausage poisoning risks, and badger hygiene. You know it. Alioski apparently in there for the intelligent 11. Oh, aye. I know you're already in there. Ming, so you're not having me on here. Began his master's degree. Liam Cooper, my guy. I know. Sorry, Solomon. I'm on my way, man. I'm on my way. Exactly that, Roller Blunt. I'm with you on that, brother. I feel like I'm against time here. I'm decent at maths. It's in ounces and kilos. That's very sweet, Mimi. This can't be great viewing, me catching up, but I just don't want to miss out particular. I'm not a central midfielder. Kanu might be. I feel like Kanu's intelligent. They're 6s and 8s, but the best can do both. That's kind of my point, 78 RPM. Stacks is 6. That is a problem. He should be playing in Ampadu's position. I don't think he's that defensive with it, though. I think Ampadu's better at it. I'll be off my... I don't know what time I'll get on from my brothers. I'll be off my head. I'm not ruling it out, to be fair. I do an hour and a half. I'll be it. Mimi, stop it. Mimi, a boss. Gerard. Mingy. It's Greengrass again. He only fucking rings me when I'm live. Ming with the fucking behave yourself, Ming. I think Bellingham will go, but I mean, I don't. I think Bellingham's one of the most overrated players in the fucking world. I know, JT, but you know what I mean. There's no way. There's no way Joshua signs that fight with that and won't hit him. Jules D 2-1. See, this is what I was very careful to do, not miss anybody's underlap prediction. Jules D 2-1 to Palace. Jules D, just confirm that's to Palace because you're on same as Roller Blunt there. Underlapped. It was indeed Steve, but he hesitated just before it went in because he's a dickhead, mate. I hope you're all right, MVG there. Appreciate you, BMG. I don't rate him, Steve, do you? Tommy Clayton, 2-0 Leeds. Appreciate you, brother. Tommy Clayton, 2-0 Leeds. Underlap prediction. I'm going to do that when I go for a piss. Everybody will get in definitely at left back, Roller Blunt. Take it easy, BMG. Is it BMG that's got... Oh, get in, Jules D. Appreciate you, brother. I panicked then. 2-1 Leeds. Get up, Jules D. I'll be down the pub for it. Yates up. Jack has the two sides to Joe Wainman. Surprised you in any... Jack has the two sides to Joe Wainman. Surprised you in any way? 98% are showing him some love, rightly so. The two sides to him? What do you mean the two sides to him, man? I know, Joe. If there is an underlap 11, I will play goals so I can wear orange and not run. Love it, Jules D. Julie Neary, no more now. Appreciate you dearly. But no more. If we've got a poll, the poll here is, to be fair, it's a tight one. 52% are saying yes. I'm going to stick it on yes. But I do want to actually, and I'm not an England man, am I? But I do want to discuss. I'm up for this discussion. I want to actually see what everybody's saying with this. So Bellingham, Palmer, Foden, Rodgers in England, number 10. Number 10. World Cup. Bellingham. Palmer. Rodgers. Foden. That's a very well thought out, sir. It was unbelievably injury prone. I'm going to have to go for a piss, boys. Bob and Mimi. We'll get the... Once I get back, we'll definitely do the... let me go for a piss, Steve, and I will actually discuss this. Because I'm fucking busting. I'm on the edge of glory. Because desperately, I just had to catch up on about 40 minutes worth of comments. Even though none of you lot exist. But as we do, we always leave it on. Fucking piss my pants. And hopefully we don't get the what the fuck is this tripe that we got last time, but get to glory with you, boy. Yo, yeah. One of a kind, one at a time. Only gotta get a gun on my mind. Hitting my grind, city sublime. I'm trying to find the rest of my mind. It's been defined as being benign, but I ain't got time, it's hard to find. I'm sitting in line, I'm hitting my chime. I'm on the decline, I'm up for the climb. I'm rapping for rappers that never get mine. Rapping for rappers that never get wise. Rapping for rappers that nothing but lie. Rapping for rappers that snap on the spies. Rapping for rappers that clap on the demise. Rapping for rappers that rap at the skies. Clapping for rappers to pass the time. Chopping at rappers that never get wide. I'm hacking at rappers, I'm snapping the spine. Rapping at rappers, I'm mapping the mind. Slapping the slappers that follow behind. I've gathered them others, I've mastered the mind. I'm one of them kind of finds a mighty fine kind of guy. I'm fine as wine. I've got too much fucking time, but before I'm up, I'll shine. I'm about to find, I'm out to dine and fight with Pennywise. And I quick apologise if it's easy, write my lines. It's just a line, but it's my time. Hit my main high. Yo, I'd like to die before I'm circumcised. Nothing but living in fear, kicking a coffin but never to cheer. Giving them something that's ever so rare. Sniffing a pussy, they're putting in here. We're living a pussy, they're cutting it clear. Living for nothing but finding a beer. Thinking of stopping but never been near. Drinking and dropping up why I'm here. Sticking and swapping, I'll never be dropping. I'm having a coffee, I'll never be coughing. I'm ticking, I'm talking, I'm wide awake. Hitting a profit, you're taking a bit. Getting a profit, let's make a break. Getting a profit, let's make a tip. Create the story, make a day. Get to glory, then we'll play. I saw you looking. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes. Thank you for staying with me here. Palm of the bollocks, and you know it, says Mingy. Hit them likes for the Crimbo underlap. It's happening, I reckon it's happening. I'm going to answer that. Depends if Palmer can stay fit, doesn't it? Evening, Jack. Hope you well. Yes, Scott Lee, what's good, man? I wonder if you could get face recognition on Burt Reynolds' real name and whereabouts now. I was hoping it would get. I'm hoping it would get that big. I'm hoping it would go that viral that the fucker would see it. See, people are saying Palmer here. So what poll are we on? We've got 20 votes. Foden's on 50%. Palmer's on 25% and Bellingham's on 10%. So perhaps Steve. I've spoke too soon on whether he's overrated or not. My point is, I do, Roger. I've got about fucking 50 tracks out, man, but they get copyright struck, so and not for the my songs, and then they get copyright struck, and then everything gets taken down, and it's like, what the fuck? And then I have to dispute it, and it's like, it's my song, but because it's not, because it's registered to my JackCity channel, I have to dispute it. Well, that one I never brought out, so it's just on my YouTube, so anybody can use it. So I do, yeah, but unfortunately, it fucking does made in the original freestyle one gets taken down. It's bullshit. I'm just pissing about, Brett. It's just being a weirdo on there. I'm not Palmer. I think Palmer's amazing, but I'm Foden all day long, me. The reason why I think Bellingham's overrated, it's happening this. Is like anything. There's been exceptional. The bloke's exceptional at football, but you can still be overrated. So, you know, like, I don't know. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head now. But just people that are genuine. I mean, I don't think Bellingham's elite. I think he's got good moments in him, and I think he's an attractive footballer to watch. And I'm not talking about his ass or, you know, his legs. What about the way he plays? He's sort of like, you know, he bustles about a little bit, and he does have moments of brilliance. But I think players like Foden are immeasurably better at football than Bellingham. And I think, and I don't want to be the Spanish to English football guy, because I still say Messi's the best footballer ever, and he didn't play in England. Ronaldo did, but, you know, Messi does things that Ronaldo could never do. But regardless of that, I think Foden would be fucking unreal at Real Madrid. I don't think there's anywhere near as much competition for the position as there is at Man City. I think he's constantly under the cosh. He's one of the only ones that's got through the system and maintained a position. And Pep Guardiola, who normally just gets rid of him, if they go off the boil like Sterling, like Grealish, they get rid of him. He gets rid of him. He's stuck with Foden. And Foden, yes, goes in and out of form, but I think Bellingham does. And I just don't think it's as well highlighted because he plays in Spain. If you actually look at the comments and stuff where people like having a go about Bellingham as well on Twitter, and that's not what I'm going off, because I think I've always thought Bellingham had been overrated. I think his brother's gone to fucking Dortmund on the same basis. It's like fucking, was his brother? Get him in, is his brother. It's like, all right, well, we'll see what he does then. I've lost my train of thought now. But he's in a rich vein of form. Absolutely, he's banging goals in again. Foden's a game changer. I'm not sure Bellingham is, and then somebody will tell me about that overhead kick he scored in last minute or whatever. Yes, the Crimbo Underlap DJ set, and you know it. I think can you go live playing music on Twitch, JT? Because we might get up for that. Get the Underlap on Christmas Day, mate. Let's get the poll going. Bellingham's finished last in that. So that kind of my point. He's got 10%. Rodgers has got more, which, you know, I'd go Bellingham over Rodgers, even though I think Rodgers is good. But then Palmer's in second, and Foden's pissed it in 48%. So, Crimbo Day Underlap providing I can square it. We are less. It's there, Brett. We're in. Leeds United support from Partizan Belgrade, Serbia. Grab it. Good up, fucking Alexander Ilic. Appreciate you, brother. I think Palmer's the best of the four, and Bellingham isn't a 10 for me. I agree. And being, well, apart from, I think Palmer's ace, but I actually think Foden's better than Palmer. But I think Palmer has more. Oh, I don't know. I think that's tough. Being able to bring Foden and Rice and Archie holding Palmer 10, beautiful. I think Palmer'd have to go, and I know Palmer's not particularly been. I don't know. It's difficult, that. I don't think there's much in it skill-wise, but I reckon Foden has the kind of confidence you want on the pitch for England. I just think Foden can do it in any moment, and he can do a few things in any moment. And I think Bellingham's a bit more of a boring player, really. So unless he's in, and if he want the 10, Steve Morrison, I also think that's a fair comment. I feel like Bellingham has become a player that's trended to 8 in the last year, and I hate shit like that, Steve. All I would say, just to stipulate that, I can honestly say, and I'm hoping, this would be where Andy'd have the receipts if I'd said he were good a few years ago. But I've genuinely, he's been one of them that it's probably been trendy for me to hate forever. But I've always thought he was just a bit overrated. I think he's decent. I think if he came to Man City instead of Real Madrid, I think he'd struggle. That's my point. I don't think we'd all be sucking him off quite as much as we are. It's consistency that make legends. Yes, G60 Nick, and you certainly are that. Blessed with a shed load of skillful players. Yes, indeed, Arse Ripper. He'd need some decks or a decent set of CDJs to do it properly. I've got some decks up in this bitch, Mimi, but I leave them at work now because I don't even use them at home. Couldn't tell you, mate. Not got Twitch, no, neither do I. JT, but we'd have to sort something, wouldn't we? Because I couldn't get if the channel got copyrighted, I'd be gutted. Foden is in some great form, and that alone has to be in front of Palmer, but it's not a bad set of options we have. Now, they all need to go, don't they? You stream music live on Twitch. I watch a lady DJ on there all the time. I drop her name. That's kind of disrespectful. Get it dropped in. Who's the heartbeat of the Arsenal team? Are you wanting me to say Rice? Rice wanting the discussion though, worry about, because it's a different position in it. But I don't think it's Rice. I think, to be fair, I think they are a squad, like an actual team where Rice is part of it. Saliba, Gabriel, Saka, to be fair to him, is a big player. Odegaard, I think he's a bit of a soft lad, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes he can pull it out of the bag. I think Eze's got a decent attitude about him. Personally, reckon Ford and Palmer are better attackers and Rice is a better midfielder, but Bellingham offers a mix of both. England probably need his will to win. That enters in towards, Steve. That enters in towards a 6 and 8, doesn't it? That's what I'm saying. I know we're now discussing 10 with Foden and Palmer because they would never be. Foden and Palmer would never. That's actually a very good example. They would never be a centre midfielder, would they? They're nothing like Stack. And Bellingham is more like Stack than he is Foden or Palmer, isn't he? Would you agree with that? So, and he's better than Stack. You know what I mean? But he's not been asked to. If Bellingham was playing Stack's position, he'd be better at it. I'm not sure what the conclusion of my point is there, but he's not. I just don't think he's the 10. So that is an interesting topic of why I think he's overrated. So I would go as far to say, if I was going to be fair, I think he's overrated in the position that he's asked to play, because I don't think he's that player. Yes, G60 Nick, you get the underlap benefit there as well. G60 Nick, get up, my lad. 3-1 Leeds, underlapped. She's the 8%, yes, indeed. Palmer Ham. Now 6%. How's it getting on? We're only 19 votes, though. 89%. Missy City should do a live on Xmas Day. Paul. To be fair, if she's had a few beers, she might do. Am I drunk? Did someone mention Archie in a World Cup sentence? We need to declare for Scotland to go. I just went along with the Archie thing. Your best players don't get in the England team. It's formation balance these days. That's why Gerrard, Lampard and Scholes didn't blend. Gerrard, Lampard and Scholes didn't blend because we didn't have the foresight to go 3 in middle. If it were Daniel Farke running it, we'd have fucking dicked it, mate. I've actually got my 2 Technics down here, Jules D. And they haven't been out for donks. And every time I take them out just to make sure they still work, which is once every 5 years, I put a vinyl on them and they still work. remarkable. 1200s, you can't beat them. Toyed with, I was skint. Well, I'm always skint, but I was skint about 5 years ago, and I thought, just sell them. You can get decent money for them, can't you? But I can't do it. The younger Bellingham left Sunderland after promotion for a fortune as he knew he wasn't ready for the Prem. Turns out that it was too big a jump. Agreed, Brett. I don't think he's anywhere near that level. Please no Archie in Scotland. Jack will think Gemmell. Ben White. He's just mentioning Ben White there, Roger. No heartbeat of Arsenal, as gooners have even smaller hearts than brains. Gets up 78 RPM. Yes, I'd take Bellingham at Leeds over Stack. Yeah, I would. That's what I mean by being overrated. I'm being harsh, so let me think of like a musician that I think's overrated. I think you might not like Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre is overrated, even though I think he's brilliant. I absolutely love him, and he's got some of the best tunes ever. I think he's overrated. I think the whole production thing and what he does and all this shit, I think it's overrated, but I think he's mint. I think so. That's kind of my point. The reason why I went high tier is I don't mean it as a diss necessarily about saying he's overrated. It's not me saying I think he's shit and he's overrated. I just think he's rated too highly for the level that he's at. Like I would say, for instance, Messi's underrated. Do you know what I mean? Because he's so unbelievably highly rated. But to even have him in a conversation with Ronaldo, who's a goal scorer and a winger as a younger man, who's unbelievable, but he's nowhere near the level of Messi to me. So I think that's undervaluing Messi. So the best player in the world, in my opinion, and in most football fans' opinion, makes him underrated. I think Exhibit's an underrated rapper, even though he's had massive, massive fame and loads of hit records. Yeah. Easy to solve copyright strikes is to make a new song for the Underlap channel. You know we deserve this. We'll get it sorted, G60 Nick. Apologies, big man. She's called Delana, and she's brilliant, always mixing up absolute bangers. She does it with CDJs, Pioneers, banging. Delana, let me have a little look, see if I recognise her. She's Polish. I have seen her. I've definitely seen her on... I've seen her, I think. It's just on shorts, I think, but not her shorts. Not in a pair. Is Tommy Tuchel going 3-5-2 as well? Tommy Tuchel thing really tickles me. I wanted to go to the US for the World Cup, but figured out back in 2022 I wouldn't be able to afford it. So I did a coast-to-coast tour of the US this summer. Lovely stuff, Steve. Go put your record on. Yeah, I ain't got as many as I once had. I've lost a lot. I've got a lot nicked, you know. I was in a studio and got loads nicked. If Joe Bellingham was called John Smith, he would still be at Sunderland. Are you on board with stuff like that, Steve Morrison? Because I once got pelters on Joe's show for saying, like, I can't actually remember who it was about. But I think whenever we get a new signing and he's called, like, you know, I don't know, think of a new signing. We don't really get many, do we? But just anybody, you know, like Rodrigo, it's like, oh, Rodrigo, do you know what I mean? And then Calvert-Lewin, who's probably achieved more than Rodrigo in reality, got England caps. He's scored goals, injury prone. So was Rodrigo. He's in a shit Valencia squad, played up top for Spain. Brilliant player, but I don't think he's more effective than Calvert-Lewin, but Calvert-Lewin gets, you know, Voldemort with head in hands like this. Can't believe we've signed him. He's got 4 in 4. I'd argue Calvert-Lewin's done more for us already than Rodrigo ever did for us. So everybody just says, well, Rodrigo had a bit of passion though. Like, why? Because he fucking were talking to the other players, the opposition, saying, oh, well, I want Bielsa out, basically saying, oh, well, it just makes me run about. Like, well, can you not see the method then? I thought you were the football intellect. The problem with football intelligent players, when they can't see through their own intelligence. It's the same thing, rather than just going, well, no, I'll actually apply this because I've been told to do this. Let's see if it works. Rather than just, if you don't know why you're running about, then you're probably not right, are you? If you don't know why you're doing this work, if you just go, well, it just makes me run about, then you're running aimlessly, aren't you? Even if you think what he's telling you to do is aimless, you're running aimlessly. You're not running with purpose. And there is a difference. There's a difference between believing in the press and going, I'm going to go and actually do this press because I know what my job is, and I go get this bit done. And if the pass around me, I know the boys are behind me and we win the ball back. That's believing in the system, isn't it? You can still go over there and amble over and do the press, but if you're only going at 80%, it's not enough, is it? If you're going at 100% Dallas style, the press works, doesn't it? Bielsa proved it works. But then you get, players in the door that are excellent at football and just go, well, I've never been asked to do this before, I don't like it. And then we're shit. But he throws his arms up every now and again when he scores a goal. And then people go on Twitter fucking still sucking him off, going like, oh, I wonder what Rodrigo's thinking now. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't mind Rodrigo, so I don't know why he got that, but 100% War Piglet. We sort that out without a shadow of a doubt, and you know it. Would you entertain Sterling? I don't think we're going to do Sterling, but I've said this before at the start of the season. I'd get behind Sterling just because I think it's a big name in it, but reality is he'd do fuck all for us, wouldn't he? Oasis definitely overrated. You'll get pelters for that, Gomez, but I couldn't agree with you more, big man. They're massively overrated. Don't sell your decks, mate, honestly. Sold mine 13 years ago and still haven't forgiven myself. Add the Mix Track Pro and everything to go with him. Just, sad times. Yeah, Mix Track Pro. I used to teach on Mix Track Pros, Mimi. To be fair, I've got my Technics, but I've also got Stream Pro, whatever it's called. I can't fucking Mix Stream Pro, and it's mint. Best thing, cheapest. Not the cheapest thing I've ever bought, but like the best value for money thing I've ever bought in my whole life. It's still like 700 quid, but still mint. Dr. Dre is as overrated as much as Roger Troutman, Zap are underrated. When you listen to Zap, you can hear exactly where West Coast rap comes from. Jules D. Love it, mate. I'll check that out. I know Zap, by the way, but my belief is Messi came from a planet where he was actually the worst football player and came to Earth to play with mortals. It's probably right, Steve. I watched the thing, and now then, I actually really mean this, not that I don't mean the other stuff I say. She's got some fans as Delana. I've got I get these weird things, right? So I've got a couple of nephews, and as I've got older, like playing just obviously less and less and six-a-side and stuff, I just play now because I'm fucked. But if you had to give like 2 or 3 or 4 pointers to a kid, I remember being a kid playing and, thinking I was decent. I saw Joey Barton talking to David Icke the other day, and they were on about the perception of time and stuff. And I know Joey Barton's a dickhead, but I don't mind David Icke. So I was just watching it for the sake of watching it. And there was on about how the perception of time is different for different people. And Joey Barton said, well, that's what Messi's like. Time, he's not operating in the same time bracket. So this 2 hours, 23 minutes of this live stream feels like it's gone really fast for me. If you didn't like the content whatsoever, or if you were bored at your mind, which I'm sure most people are, it'd take forever to get through that time. So time is perceived by me going faster than time is perceived by somebody that hates the time. If you're sat there watching a football game and you can't stand it, or it's a shit game, the first half goes on forever, doesn't it? If there's goals left, right, and centre, it's flying in. When people say I'm at work and 2 hours left, but it's dead. I mean, when it's dead, my time goes faster because I want it to be dead. Me, I quite like it. Just been on my own thinking when nobody's bothering me, just chill out. But when it's well busy, time goes faster for people, doesn't it? When you're busy, when you're active, when you're doing stuff. So time doesn't actually move as sort of straight as we imagine. You can sort of slow down time and speed time up. And that's a long way of saying I would tell my nieces or my nephews or my nieces, to be fair, if they want to play footy. But that's one thing I would say. Whenever you're on the ball, you have so much more time than you think you've got. And there's nothing like six-a-side will make you realise that. Don't worry about. You always think whenever you're on the ball, you think he's going to get the ball. He's going to come for the ball. He's going to come for the ball. He's not going to come for the ball. He has no idea what you're going to do. You've got so much more time. Now, if you magnify that by or times it by my ability, times that by 150,000 million billion, then you get to Messi level, don't you? Time is not. He's not. He's just going. Oh well. He's like this on the, even though he's going at 100 miles an hour into everybody else's perception, he's just ambling around in his back garden, isn't he? Just thinking, oh, just doing a few, like just taking a touch. Like he's there, but he's never going to get the ball off me. And then he just takes it away from him. Time slows down. And I think you can learn that, not to Messi level. And I think if you've got like a natural ability, I believe in natural ability to some extent. I think you work on natural ability. But yeah, I think there's like I think you can learn to calm down in moments and be like, right, just chill out now. I'm on the ball. Fuck what he's going to do. What's the worst that can happen? Takes the ball off you. And then you get better because you start seeing signals. Decent wingers now, which is not a thing of 20 years ago, I wouldn't even say, even longer, or possibly even shorter, I meant. But wingers now clearly wait. Neymar, when he's on the ball, he waits for the defender to move. He's not playing the game of like, I need to beat this defender. He goes, no, you move and then I'll beat you. He backs his ability. Like Mayweather with, leaning back and then going in for counter. He's not thinking, oh, right, he might punch me now, he might punch me now. He just waits for him to actually try and punch him, gets out of the way and comes back because time's moving slower for him. It's got me behind the comments, that, but I appreciate you, Steve. Ming, it is a subjective thing, no doubt about that. Tupac, well overrated in Luke's opinion. I'm not having that though, Luke. I love Tupac. But again, he's on T-shirts in Primark, which is a pretty wild thing, but he had a massive effect on my life, so he's not overrated to me. But I take your point. You've got to take the rough with the smooth with that, Luke. Jack, if you were manager of Leeds, your life depends on Peru playing and scoring. How do you play him? Up top. I'll just try and get him a goal. I just say give him the ball. Yes, always flicking it through. I like my metal stuff, so I look for bass and guitar players. Indeedy. My belief is Messi came from a planet. I feel like, am I going backwards? Messi is the best in your generation, but not mine. Pele is the greatest player ever. It's a fair shout, Peter White. I don't know enough about Pele, but I can't think of anybody better than Messi. I just can't see it. Shawnee or Longstaffich was a good sign, and it's 78 RPM. My point was more about him being Jude Bellingham's brother than not having a boring name. Yeah, well, two things can be true at once, Steve. Jack, did you ever roll with Corin Bailey Ray? Did you ever roll with him? You seen Sophie Lloyd? Name doesn't ring a bell. I thought Sophie Lloyd, didn't she go on X Factor? Arship has got you. Quasimodo. What's going on here? Do I hear football chatter? I've been on a right rant, haven't I? I'll tell you who's mint on guitar, and I can't remember his fucking name. See, Jules D saying Oasis is shit. Is that blonde bird? She fakes it though, doesn't she? Where's that name gone? I'm gonna Google her. I think I've got time before I lose. Put the name in again. I've lost the fucking. And I've put fucking lager on my trackpad, which is not helping. If I get booted out here, it's because I've fucking scrolled out, guys. Sophie Lloyd. If this is that blonde bird, she fakes it, big man. She fakes it, man. She's fit, but she fakes it. She does not play that live, ass ripper. She might very well record it in, but whenever she does it, Instagram's trying to look hot. She does not play the guitar. This is the bitch, or the chick. What call her a bitch? I don't want to offend some bitch. This is why Arse Ripper watches her. She's mint. I'm sure she's exceptional at playing it, but she doesn't play it live. I promise you. Einar in the wings. Who was the highest Premier League potential? Who has the right? That is a poll for certain. On this poll here, 90%, 86% yes on the Christmas one. We'll see what we can do. Who highest Prem potential? I might as well put potential because I'm already halfway through it. Nonto, Rodon, Goodmanson, Tanaka. Goodmanson's quite a good shout. Nonto, Rodon, Goodmanson. Spelled it wrong, I think. Tanaka. That's a good one. Charted 78 RPM. Strikes again. In what way are Oasis overrated? I don't think they're very good. In every way. I'm hoping Enar's with me. Blue were better. Get up, JT. And you fucking know it, mate. Joey Barton's a complete tool. I agree, Chelsea. I think he's a dickhead. He doesn't know anything. What usually happens is a few prominent people make a point about a player being overrated. Everyone jumps on that bandwagon. Ultimately, the overrated player becomes underrated. Steve Morrison with the absolute pelters, mate. I can only, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, try and tell the truth, because I always try and tell the truth. I think I've definitely got some like weird things about players and boxes and stuff that I just don't like them. I can't help it. But and maybe Bellingham does get in. I know you're not still on about Bellingham now, but I definitely agree that the most frustrating thing I find about the channel is rhetoric that gets spun out by a few pundits and a few knobheads, and they say one, and then nobody can stop saying it. Then it just becomes everybody just says it because it's the smartest thing to say, and that's the biggest pet peeve I have about. But it comes with that, you get that with it. But I do try and be fair. Like, I hate Anthony Joshua. I've always hated him. I've always disliked him. But I want him to lay Jake Paul out. I think that's a funny fight. Like, I want him to go and do him. And traditionally, I'd be like to my brother, like, going, I hope he lays Anthony Joshua out. But I respect Anthony Joshua for taking that fight. I think, yeah, go get it done, man. Not particularly busy. He's waiting for Tyson Fury. He's at the end of his career. He's been up against some amazing fighters over his years. He's done what he's had to do. He could sail off into sunset now. He won't have to answer to me, that's for sure. But, why wouldn't you take that? It's fucking easy work, innit? So, yeah, I don't know what the correlation of that is. But my point is I try and be as fair as I can. I don't like Anthony Joshua, and I'm cheerleading him this weekend. I want him to lay him out, so... I heard their latest tour netted 300 million. Well, I suppose if it's making money, they must be good. Spiral carpets better than Blur. I don't know who spiral carpets are. Not having Dr. Dre is overrated. That's bollocks. He's been involved or produced more tracks for more artists than I can count. Agreed, Roller Blunt. But he don't write them. So there's kind of like, there's many people around him. And it's all sample-based whenever he's been involved. The bloke's overrated. He is, dude. I love him. I absolutely love him, but I don't think he's better than Scott Storch. I don't think he's better than Timbaland. And I don't think he's better than... Billionaire Boys Club lad. Pharrell. I don't think he's better than Pharrell. Pulp were better than Blur. I don't know. I'm not too sure about Pulp, to be fair. Supergrass. I do know Supergrass. Shed 7, great live too. I've never seen Shed 7, but all my mates love him. Mr. or Mrs. Richard Pennyman. Not sure, 78 RPM, as you well know. David Icke came in for more pelters than you on X. He was verified back in the day, but his lizard story on Royal Family are turning to fruition. Shed 7 and Mint. Get up, James Darnborough. What's good, big man? Not this again, Ming. He panicked me last time. I mean, obviously, it's very sad. JackCity crew night out, turning up to Jack's work venue. Hit those lights. Get it done, boys. Come out on fucking New Year's Eve. We'll have a belter. I'll get us all a table. I am ruling that out, to be fair. Get a table sorted, get a big bottle of vodka on there or something. Big bottle of Grey Goose, just all get blasted. You do. Pele versus Maradona versus Messi, go. The polls are coming in thick and fast here, but Tanaka wins that. It's only had 16 votes, granted, but 31% for Tanaka. Let's get his poll here. Who? Messi. Please put Messi, everybody. Pele, Maradona. It's easy for me, that. We've gone Paul crazy, AO. I haven't seen AO for a bit, though. He left the building. We've gone Paul crazy. George Best was the best player ever. Asked Pele. I didn't put him in there. Sorry, 78 RPM. Jack, who's your best live band? I've seen... That'd be quite hard for me to answer. I've seen loads, but it's not my field necessarily. So some ones that have got the big hits, like your Oasis guys, for instance, who make loads of money out of music, I wouldn't be overly impressed. I never understand why they go, oh my God, and Liam Gallagher sounds just like he does on records. Like, what a bit shit. It's not like he's got a belting voice, or I don't really understand that side of stuff. I tell you who I thought were really impressive. It's what I mean. I don't particularly like the music. I saw The Darkness. I thought they were brilliant. He were really funny. He's brilliant on guitar. He's a very extravagant singer, but he were very good at singing. Loads of stage presence. That's what I mean. But it's not my field, so that people wouldn't like them. I remember Razor Light at Leeds Fest. Again, it's not my stuff, but they were excellent. Kooks were good back in my day. I thought they were really good live, but again, they were probably a bit frigid, and I was probably just a bit young. Like I actually like some of Arctic Monkeys tracks, but I thought they were shit live. So it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like a weird thing. I love The Game, the rapper. I've been seeing him about 8 times. 4 of the times he's been exceptional. 2 of the times he's been good. 2 of the times he's been shit. And the last time we went to go see The Game, not the football game, the rapper, The Game, me and my brother left. And we've never, ever done that. We left D12. So, you know, I'm not, that's what I mean. We're quite staunch in it. You know, they have to show up to some extent. So again, I try and be objective about it. I've seen many rappers that have been shit, had no stage presence and stuff, who I love. But, and you might not like this as a band, but Plan B at Millennium Square was probably my most enjoyable gig I've ever been to. And the band were just unbelievable. So, yeah. The Doctor created the greatest album ever, Chronic 2001. Chef's Kiss. So 2001. I mean, the first place to start is still Dre. Obviously, that's track number 4. Scott Storch made the beat, and Jay-Z wrote his rap. The Watcher, I'm not sure. I think Eminem might have wrote The Watcher. I know Eminem wrote Forgot About Dre. The best track on there is, in terms of rap, is the one that he's not even on. It's Hitman Ackright. That's the best rap on there. It's not even his. Next episode, Snoop Dogg, Eminem all over it, Nate Dogg. He don't write any of it, man. So that he's overrated. I love it. I don't care. We get the job done. You say he's a taste maker. You go, yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. I like that. I like that. He puts it together to some extent. But if I were in a room full of geniuses, I'd be able to put a pretty good album together as well. So, but he put himself in that position. I'm not knocking Dr. Dre. I just think he's overrated. Again, I love him. So it's the same thing as the bands. Maradona is the best ever. Think of the substance abuse. Cast are good. I'm not sure Cast are, Luke. Oh, Stevie Boy, I would fucking love that. I would love that, big man. You can't tell she's fake as shite. She's you know about this chick? She doesn't play it live. And I've asked my mate who's really good on guitar, and he was like, that is no way she's not playing that. It's not doable. My favourite album. It's the album I said I would take if I was on a desert island. I would take that album. My point being is it's just not it's not real. It's not his, rather. Depends how you view it. And maybe you think it is his, but it's not. In my opinion, it's not. Let me have a look. Have I got time here to have a look? 10 minutes. Mr. or what's with the Mr. or Pennyman? Is this going to be a fucking... Am I going to watch someone get banged again here? Mr. or Mrs. Pennyman refers to a key character in Henry James's novel. Huh? No idea. 78 RPM. Can't get there. Do we think Snow Patrol is overrated? I do slightly, but they are obviously fantastic for when you're broken spirited and your head is up your ass. It's another thing, Mimi, you know. Bands have certain and music has certain... They become parts of your time on Earth, don't they? Not to get too fucking deep about it or whatever, but you know, they're like, I mean, 2001, quite literally is in 2001. I was 11. That is like enormous. Eminem's albums were enormous in my growth. Tupac's songs were enormous in my growth. Plan B was. The Game was. 50 Cent was. It's like they hold the moment in time, don't they? So, yeah. Who the fuck voted against the Xmas Day Underlap? We'll never know, Ming. We'll never know. George Best was the best. Have I gone back again in time here? It probably was, JT. She's probably in the wings, like Enar style. Not 14%. Unbelievably recognisable. I think they can write a decent tune, but that being said, all their individual tunes are shit, aren't they? So again, I just think they're in a time and a place, and nobody can take that away from them, and that's fine. They landed right when everybody wanted them, and they were brilliant in that time. But and after all, you're my wonderwall. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 'Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after who wants that in the fucking life? So saw some with FARKE out. Definite element of get on the bandwagon. That's the bandwagon shit that Steve's on about for real. So Sally can wait, love that song when in I'm 3 sheets to the wind. They've got some decent tracks. I voted against it. Ming Ao's not having it. As a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day thunderclap would have been better. We've got the voter out. We've got the outers. Not only is AO FARKE out, is Jack out as well. Nonto hasn't developed since 2023. Love Tanaka more than my mum. But I'm hoping you mean you love more. Your mum loves Tanaka as well, Steve. Like, as in, my mum loves Tanaka, but I just love her more than my mum does. But I'm aware you're not meaning that. But he might not be physical enough for the Premier League. Gudmundsson is good, but has a few too many lapses. So I'll say Rodon. That's a very, very good way of going around it, man. I actually think Nonto's a little bit stuck, but I think Nonto, I remember saying on Joe's at the start of maybe last season, I think Nonto's got, I can't remember who the players were, but I think Nonto's still got the highest ceiling. I still think he's got a really high ceiling, Nonto. I think the bloke can do it, honestly. He's still only 22, and if that were Matteo Joseph, everybody would still be sucking him off. JT's an outer though. So he's arse ripper by the looks of it. Torn between Rodon and Tanaka. I think Rodon's as far as he'll go, to be honest. Richard Ashcroft's voice gets better with age. Jack would love everyone turning up to a gig. I wouldn't, to be fair. I'd be like, I'd shit my pants. I wouldn't shit my pants, but I'd just be wanting to sit down with boys. And I'd rather we went to a gig. I'd be up for going to a gig. Because if I'm DJing, I'm stuck. Do you know what I mean? I can't mingle. I'd want to mingle with the boyos. Have you ever listened to Glenn Campbell's live guitar riff, Gentle on My Mind, on YouTube? I have not. Queen are the best that arse rippers ever seen. Queen don't do much for me, but Slipknot are amazing, but Enter Shikari are unbelievable. Live, they're absolutely crazy, unbelievable entertainers. Again, it's definitely not my style, that JT, but they are entertaining. They are nuts and full on and the whole fucking job lot. It's an imposter poll. It's like choosing between your kids. Exactly, Mimi. I presume you mean the Tanaka one there. Best live band is so hard, as if they sound like the records. They ain't it. That's kind of it, in it, 78 RPM. Placebo, man. Fuck me. I don't know many Placebo tracks, but I saw them at Leeds Fest. I'm going to have to Google the name of my favourite song. Every you and every me. That was a banger, that, mate. Freddie Mercury was an absolute powerhouse. Grew up listening to Queen because of my mum blasting it out. Break Free music video is brilliant. Michael Jackson, unbelievable performer. Never got to see him live, but I was too young. But my mum actually took my brothers and I didn't go, and I just pretended I was in the womb watching. Amy Winehouse, phenomenal. I saw 50 Cent at Wembley Arena back in the day and he was gash. Well, I saw him, funnily enough, though, Jules D, at the Manchester Arena or whatever it's called, and they were brilliant, genuinely. Saw Busta Rhymes before him. Jerry Cinnamon, my mate's like, it's not for me. Plan B, honestly, man, I fucking love him. Appreciate you, AO, in the wings. Everybody's channeling their inner E now, aren't they? I bet you will, Mark Bradley. Yeah, it's fucking Christmas, mate. Every you and every me. Dre put on Eminem, Snoop Dogg, 50, Kendrick. He put on what's that fucking dude's name that knocks about Bruno Mars now? I actually read it. Anderson .Paak, he put him on. He's unbelievable, man. Yeah, he's eye for talent. He's tremendous. Among others, Timbaland and Pharrell, Can't Lay Stray's Boot, Top of the Tree. Not saying he's the best rapper, but he's definitely not overrated. Well, he's not the best rapper. He can't be, because I don't think he's ever wrote a rap in his life. Take It Easy, Brett. Ice Cube wrote all his stuff in NWA. Eminem's wrote for him. Crooked Eyes wrote for him. Jay-Z's wrote for him. Scott Storch made many of his beats. Everything else is pure samples that he's had replayed. He's not even utilised the sample. His NWA days, he made the production, and I don't think his production's that good on it. So, Muse are brilliant live. And what's main lad's name? Seen them a few times. My brother Dave loves Muse. What's he called? Is he a bit of a dickhead in real life? Matt Bellamy. Is he a bit of a knobhead? Or have I made that up? I feel like I've heard he's a bit of a knobhead. I saw Metallica Arse Ripper at Leeds Fest a couple of years ago, and I think we were too far back, to be honest. They didn't blow me away, but Metallica are obviously enormous. Best live band, you obviously missed me playing the lead in Greece. Oh, Roger Slicker, I've got you. Temples of Boom is a candidate in this genre. There's a Temple of Boom in Leeds, you know. Brett getting the love he deserves. Tool. Is that a joke, JT? Because I was actually going to mention Coldplay, but I thought I'd get shit for it. I've never seen Coldplay, but I would like to see them live. Oliver Newton-John. I don't know who cast this. So Dre produces Johnny Walker from Best Single Malts Around. Has Johnny Walker not met single malts? My lad, I know what Johnny Walker is, by the way, but I don't know. Who are cast? What's going on here? I'm not saying rapping. I think no one comes close to Ice Cube, to be honest. But for what Dre's done for music, he's top of the tree. No. No. Honestly, man. I think he's a really clever man. I think he's brilliant. Better than me. You know, it's not again, you know, it's not I'm not, I sound now like I'm dissing Dr. Dre. I love him, dude. I love him. But I don't think he's more creative than Timbaland or Pharrell or a guy called Ian Kirkpatrick, or if we're going to go into different genres like Dead Mouse or Skrillex or Feed Me or Bruno Mars, who gets shit on my Twitter all the time. Bruno Mars is a fucking genius. Famous documentary King and Queen of Rock and Roll, Little Richard. Your search showed how thick AI really is. Indeed. Jack, have you seen Green Mile? Yes, I have, Roger Slicker. I can say, and I watched that and then never fucking wanted to watch it ever again. So if you love music, you're cool, end of. That is why, and that's what I mean, Ming, to be fair. You hit the nail on the head, mate, because I won't overly engage in nonsense. But we're all in love with each other over here, aren't we? So no one's tasty music is wrong. 78 RPM. Get up, get in, get in and on and over here with my badger, mate. Because from the bottom of my heart, that is you don't even have to be able to legitimize why you like some at 78 RPM. That's the mint thing about music. With football, everybody will give you some bullshit thing about like, oh, you know, it's a bit effectiveness within the team or whatever. Like, no, I can't turn this album off, mate. I cannot turn this album off. So suck my dick. I'm listening to this album. And yes, we're traveling all the way down to London. And yes, this album's on repeat. And yes, I'm driving. So I don't give a fuck what you say about it. And then by the end of it, it's like, every you and every me. And you're balls deep. Every you and every me. Oh my God, I've gone balls deep. Have you seen that singer? Oh, what a night. He's like The Walking Dead. Clip it up. I can't remember what I was doing at this point. So we've had a couple of clip it ups. Got tickets for the game on Saturday. You in Leeds before, pal. Might let on if I see you. Get up, Mark Bradley. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy, brother. I am there. What time are you getting to Leeds, big man? Get up and in on and over here, Mark Bradley. Rush Hour Great Live. You wouldn't know. Only 3 of them. Rush rings a bit of a bell, but closer to the Heart Stripper. Have you seen Paul Young? Who's Paul Young? I need to know who Paul Young is. Sometimes one of them rings a bell and it's... I don't know who that is. Speak of the radio! Goodmanson, Nonto, Rodon, Tanaka. I think Rodon's at his peak, though. Who's your favourite producer, Jack? Honestly, can't believe my ears. Ming just sent me every you and every me. I've got you back, Mingy. Do not worry about that. He's called Ian Kirkpatrick. If I had to pick someone, he's called Ian Kirkpatrick. But I love Scott Storch just for his vibing. But Ian Kirkpatrick overall is... Ian Kirkpatrick's got a song called... the rapper guy is called Sage the Gemini, I think he's called. And it goes... Boom, boom. I could be your lightsaber. It's unbelievable. The production on that track's unreal. Queen Better Live. I've eat. Not my style, but Mercury could be the best frontman ever. He's definitely been more memorable, isn't he? Mingy, love it, Mingy. Freddie Mercury, came your watch us play darts one night. No. Came to watch us play darts one night. Dr. Curious, are you having my pants down? Nick Cotton was on YouTube listing his top 5 albums of all time. He came out with some unbelievable stories. Did he like you, Doctor? Oh, Mark Bradley is fucking in and about it, and he's after Mark. You meeting me for a pint, Mark Bradley, if you are fucking out. I'm fucking joking, boy. Don't be leaving me hanging, boy. Definitely owe you a gauge at this point, you maniac. Thank you, Mark. It's magic, magic. Cheers, Mark. You're a legend, mate. Bo Rap nearly never ended, even made it. Freddie made that happen. Absolute genius. Freddie getting the Coldplay live are awesome. I like Coldplay, man. There's a short on YouTube that goes around because I think Avicii's brilliantly. I think he's a genius. I think he's a music, or certainly computer production. The West Coast Warlord. I think he's a genius. Got a wonderful ear for a catchy hook, line, and I think Martin, whatever he's called. That's what I mean about names and stuff. I just can never remember anybody. Is it Russell Martin? Oh, that's the manager, innit? I don't want to type in Coldplay, but I'm just going to have to fucking find it. Russell Martin. Fucking Russell Martin. He turns around and he's like, what? It's amazing, the clip. I'd play it, but nobody would be interested, but it's fucking mint. And he's like, eh? And Avicii's laid back and he goes, oh, do you like the new... And he's like, what? Russell Martin, not Russell Martin. I forgot his name again. Chris Martin, don't even want to talk about it. He's like, what? I love it, man. Just like, he's not having any of it, says. Annie Lennox sings her lives, totally different to the recording studio. UB40, Texas, The Primitives, and Barrington Levy. I know everybody else. Yep, a lot. Not all musicians are arseholes in real life, as the fame and money destroys them. I think it does over time as well. Johnny Walker's a famous DJ, is he? Saw James Brown at V Festival in Leeds back in 1999. Fucking incredible. That's madness. That's mint. Xmas beer on me, pal. Best out there. Keep up the great work. We all appreciate real chat. You're a legend, Mark Bradley. I'm fucking meeting you for that gauge this weekend, you bastard. Let's have it. I'll do a live hunt. It'll be like a ghost hunt. I'll go live. I'll just be marching streets of Leeds on search for Mark Bradley and Adama Traore. Like, right, I'm finding one or fucking other. We have great memories in our front room, rocking out on air guitars, though. Just would have been better, so much better live. You're not the only one on air guitar, Mimi, because that chick they were on about earlier, this bitch, she's on air guitar as well. Don't matter which music you listen to, Steel Panther. Don't matter, Steel Panther. Oh, it's a bit too erotic for me, that, I think, Luke. Don't matter which music you listen to, if it moves you, it's everything. As long as you're not, you shouldn't be a knobhead about music as well. Sometimes I wish you could close your eyes and everybody just get rid of the bullshit and just go, do you actually like this song? You know, like if it, you know, I know we're all at an age now where we wouldn't, I'm sure we're all grown up enough to not do that anymore. But it is the same as what we were on about earlier about football, where I think Steve said there's a narrative builds about something. And then it's like, oh, well, you know, it's sort of like unfashionable for me to like this. That's what I'm saying when I said Dr. Dre's overrated. Mimi and Roller Blunt can't hack it. And it's like, I'm so on board with him. I like him just as much as you do. I don't think he's the GOAT. And then, like, I don't particularly rate Queen, but that doesn't mean I don't think there's any value to him. I don't know. It's difficult. It's so depressing, Roger. I can't. you know, it's very rare I watch films. The last thing I want to do is be that sad for that long. Musicals are shit ass ripper, absolutely. Hold up, you don't like the Green Mile? Heresy. No way. St. Peter open the gates of heaven to you. Mumble, mumble, mumble. He's opening Heaven's Gates to me, 78 RPM. I think it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable film. It's just, there's no way I want to be that sad. Yeah, it's too sad. Chicks are bound to love that sad shit, Luke. I can't do it. It's too sad. Off the top of my head, not one. No, not one. High School Musicals on Disney's tortured me, but could watch Oliver. Oliver's decent. I couldn't do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But they're Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That like I say, easily enough. I could have them on. They can be on. But the musicals. What is this clip it up shit? What is this about? I don't know what's going on with this clip it up shit. Wherever I lay my hat is my home, Roger Slick. Thought of the best live bands I've seen. Eventually, Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood. Possibly, I think I know a couple of the songs there, but I'm not 100,000,000% sure. Babyface. This seems like a good shout, this dude. Looks like a songwriter to me. Does Babyface. I'm going to check that out, Peter White, because he looks like a songwriter. I do recognise that name, Babyface. A little bit older in generation, but that looks like a songwriter to me. I mean, he's had some relatively recent ones. I just mean, you know, I tell you who's fucking mint. That guy out of One Republic, but nobody sort of thinks he is. What's he called? Because I don't actually like the One Republic songs, but he's a really talented guy. What's he called? Is it One Republic? Ryan Tedder. He's fucking exceptional, you know. He's wrote for hundreds of people. All of them are hits. Probably wrote for Dr. Dre. I'm joking. He won't have wrote for Dr. Dre, but he can write all different types of tracks. It's a good shout, that Peter White. I do recognise Babyface. I'm so shit with names though. Kenneth Edmonds. I'll check that out. Bugsy Malone, Oklahoma, Carousel, South Pacific. Bugsy Malone seems like a Singing in the Rain, Paint Your Wagon, Sound of Music, Oliver. Bugsy Malone's a rapper. Barry Manilow. Hey! Barry Manilow, get up. There's a wonderful thing on Barry Manilow on Family Guy, isn't there, Pamela Crowley? Where they say, I don't like Barry Manilow. And then they start singing one of the songs and they're like, well, I kind of like that one. And then before they know, they're all crying in crowd. Shout out to Pamela Crowley. I don't do musicals. Not for me. It gives me PTSD. Because they're a bag of shit out there, Luke. Seen Coldplay live at Etihad. They were class. Did you see that bird that got in trouble? That guy that got in trouble with his spit on side at Coldplay gig. It's like, you inexperienced fella. It cuts to him on big screen and then he like ducks away. It's so mental. It's so pathetic what he's done. You've got to ride it out. That does not go viral. That's such like an old man thing to do. There's obviously 60,000 people or whatever there, but they don't all know you're married. The second you're on the camera and you're hugging some other woman, don't duck out of it. Because then somebody that is filming the screen goes, well, he's cheating on his wife, isn't he? Everybody that's filming that don't even put it online because they just go, oh, like, you know, this is just for my camera film. But as soon as they go and they both go like this, it's like, well, they're up in dugout, aren't they, cheating on each other? So it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen someone do. I'm going to find that video. Guy exposed at Coldplay concert. It's so ridiculous, this. No, I'm not doing a 2-minute video. Like, it's a 10-second video. Look at this. Look how amateur this is. You know, I'm not king of the cheaters, but just ride it out, you mongoloids. Look at this, right? So camera cuts to them. So they're cuddling, look. Camera cuts to them. Just ride it out. Just ride it out. Ride it out. Of course you don't. Look at them panic. Look at them panic. What are you doing? And then I think a mate here starts laughing. Look, a mate's laughing at him. Look at all these lot getting stuck in. They just love being on camera. Ride it out, you goons. That is so goony. Apparently, he's like a millionaire as well. Which, my point being with that is, like, you think it'd be more intelligent to just think, oh, well, fuck it. You know, Kiss Cam catches CEO and executive allegedly cheating at Coldplay. Well, they're not allegedly cheating, are they? They're cuddling, you know, and then they're both, as soon as they stop cuddling there, so they're cuddling, fine, right, now they're cheating. Now we're cheating. How can you think if you dip out and she turns around and you go on your hands and knees that can ever look like, no, she's dipping? That's so mental to me, guys. That is so mental to me. They handed these bands out, and throughout the show, it lit up to some of songs. They handed these bands out. I'm not even that far behind, but I feel like I'm behind in the mind. Heard UB40 when I was a kid after growing up and was shocked to learn they were a white band. Yeah. Down at the Doctors. What's going on here? Don't know. Stoned. Love it. RPM. All music, even elevator music, is good if it sounds good. It's whatever needs you need. Mark Bradley frequents American bars 3,000 miles away. Teletext. Throwback, Steve. I can't stand the radio now. Music, I have to listen to the 80s and 90s. You just got to ride it out with radio. The problem with radio now is they just play the same like 30 songs, and it's just to get, you know, the people's whoever's the most powerful people in the music industry, which I don't care about. It's not me being bitter, to the top of the ranks. They just pay for them to be on radio all day long, rather than just like, it's still that happening, but then, you know, every 5 songs there'd just be a random song. That just don't happen anymore. It's like just the main artists constantly. Like literally, when I was driving a lot, I still drive a lot, but when I was driving even more, I'd go on different channels and it'd be like the same song on different, like on 3 different. It's like, how's that even possible? I know there's like the biggest song at the time, but it's like, fucking hell. You know, that was on 10 minutes ago on that channel. I've clicked on that channel. It's on now, right? I'll change it again then. And it's on another channel. It's like, Jesus. My weepy songs you won't know, Roger Slicker. Galaxy was my favourite radio station as a kid, and I evolved. Galaxy, but Galaxy is a good name for it as well, Steve. 78 RPM. Since I started my channel, I've appreciated artists and genres I hated. Appreciated rather than liked, though. Everything has its place in music. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, there's an appreciation for don't need to like, but can still appreciate. Absolutely, exactly. Absolutely. I'm absolute 90s as well, Luke. Don't worry about that. There's 3 in the car, and the little one said. Now, this is interesting. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma, or marry his identical twin brother whose testicles are in pretty good shape? When's he waking up from his coma? So we've not, unfortunately, big lad, I mean, I'm presuming it's a guy, but I'm presuming somebody with a name and a profile picture like Tarot Destroyer 663 and a profile picture like that can't be a girl. So I presume you're gay, which is fine. But if the testicles been bit, I need to know when he's coming out of coma, and then we can talk. Oh, my 1946 musical porn arrived from the US yesterday. Totally out of tissues now. Just ride it out, 78 RPM. They made a porn movie about the flying car. Pretty shitty gangbang. Fucking. You see, the uniqueness and the humour to the old school pornos. Pretty shitty gangbang. I don't know if that does exist, and I'm reluctant to Google it, Roger. But I've no doubt it does. You know, Shaving Ryan's Privates, whatever it's called, which is like the most sad and brutal film ever. To make a porno out of it and call it Shaving Ryan's Privates is so funny. Debbie Does Dallas, obviously a classic. Do love to rock out now and again. Also love 80s. Get up, Luke. Might have seen Wilco's Solid Senders. You mean soiled senders, but not sure. Not stoned. Jack, you obviously don't have an eclectic taste in music. It's just not true, that, Roger. I could name loads more bands than you could name that I don't know that you don't know. I could 100% name so many acts that you don't know. So who's lost? Who's stuck? Oh, did it not pop up, the thing? Oh, my God. Every fucking time. I'm going to have to go back over it, guys. I'm so sorry. Right, can you see it now? I'll have to come to the bottom. Can somebody tell me if they see it now? Unbelievable. I'm so sorry. So yeah, look at this bitch here. And the guy's a dick. So look, the camera goes to him, the camera cuts to him, providing you can see it. Yes, JT, we can see it. Right. Look at this. Look at that. You know, that is like moronic. This bloke's a millionaire. Apparently he's CEO of a massive company and don't know how to cheat on his wife effectively. You're on camera. Look at these fellas that come in and just want to be on camera. Don't do that, and it don't go viral. Yes, the 60,000 people in the stadium know what's going on. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't know what's going on. They just think, oh, well, you don't. It's the kiss cam, apparently. You don't have to kiss, but as soon as you do that, what are you doing? You doylums. Both of you. They look well frigid as well. They're holding each other like they don't like each other. You just go, oh, just, you know, or just ease back a bit, big lad. So you're giving it big cuddle, ease back a bit from it and just be like, make it out as though it was a moment in time. So like now, just ease back and just keep holding and go, no, you stay relaxed, love. Because now we're cheating on our wives and partners. Dickhead. Don't go to a Coldplay thing with your fucking mistress. You loser. And also, don't go to a Coldplay thing with your mistress. Don't do any, and then react like that. Do you know what I mean? You got to own it at that point. If you're going to go to a Coldplay gig and like rub yourselves on each other, then you're a moron, aren't you? If you've got a mistress, do what people do with mistresses. Don't go to Coldplay and then react like that. Both of you. I mean, she's just as bad. She's the first one to react there. I just find it mad. I honestly find it mental. Just own it. Just go, shit, we're in trouble here. We're in trouble, but fuck it. Don't move. Come on, big sis. Get your arm like a little whip badger or something. Crazy to me. Dumbos. But you can all watch her for the time being. I'll tell you what would have been the better image to have popped up for this moment, but we could have had that in there, couldn't we? That'd have been better for that. do want to get to this camel guy, but I just want to make sure this all worked. Exactly, Roger Slicker. And you know it, mate. You know it. Stevie Nicks. I like Stevie Nicks. Where's this camel shagger guy, the testicle guy? Did we get any more? We got the bollocks bit off, but did we get any more? Did we get any? that tickled me, by the way, at the time, Solenham. Did we get any more bollocks? Is it War Piglays, the video on that other stream? Fucking hell. 3 business days later. We all at Leeds scum. 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 Marry the camel, says to me. Get in. Marry that camel. Get in. Oh, I'm not opening another beer. Fuck it. No, I'm not. No, it's too much. Depends if you're the camel or not got to handle your mistakes. Oh, I thought that was the. I thought that was in. I've got confused with the camel guy's gone, hasn't he? Exactly, Mimi. I sing the theme tune. I like the theme tune. They were more embarrassed getting caught out at a Coldplay ref concert. Yeah, that shit flew around Twitter, to be fair. The only good thing I've got to say about Rod Stewart is he got approached on Bo Selector, and he says, "Rod, I want to show you something. Rod, let me show you something." And he's just signing autographs, and he goes, "You're not going to get your knob out, are you, mate?" And it was a legendary moment in my mind. So, Pink Panther, as you know, and you know it. The only person that can beat our kid here is I've got so many fucking. You rang. We've got last week's Wagamamas, we've got a few badgers, we've got so many horrible sausages. There's my guy, here we go, get up. Oh, MVG, behave. Did you go over the super chats from P Piss Track while I was away, Jack? Just dropping back in to say night. Oh, thank you, MVG. You're a legend, mate. Thank you, brother. Legendary. 1, 2, 3. MVG. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, the super chats tonight, guys. Appreciate every which one of you in general. But Brett, Sean Rooney, Julie Neary, Mingy, Roller Blunt, legendary MVG. You're a legendary, mate, honestly. Appreciate you, man, so much. That's crazy super chat. Thank you. The present Mrs. City, Mingy, Mimi, Matt Bradley, legendary, awesome, honestly. Appreciate you guys. You're fucking crazy though, a lot of you. Keep the camel's name out your goddamn mouth. Thank you, MVG. 2-0 Leeds. I want that third clean sheet. Did we not get the prediction down, MVG? Were you playing hard? Playing hardball? I don't blame you after slander you've had. After lack of points that he was allowed, that he was gifted. 2-0 Underlap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just practicing how to count, by the way. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I've had 27 score predictions. We got 25 at the weekend. But I think they'll be back. Although I won't do the watch along because I'm at the game, so they're going to miss out this week unless they comment, which there might be a comment in there. But commenting after the live don't work. So you'll catch up. Appreciate you, MVG. Yeah, it's madness. I did recognise his name, Babyface, genuinely. MVG, the man. I like those cam sport venues. They catch lookalikes. Yes, that is funny. Roger Slicker, yes, it is. Nah, what's my name? I might have another beer, to be fair. Hang on. Ena, you lurker, you. How long you been lurking, Ena? It's not been a good underlap for my self-esteem, Jack. MVG, you know in reality everybody's got your back, and you know it, mate. You're the kingpin, mate. Wall Piglet, don't be leaving me yet. Oh, everybody bouncing. I'll bounce if everybody's bouncing. We're throwing everybody out of this bitch. I'm going to stay for another beer, but we have done the 3.5 hours. Right, I'll do one then, guys. I know when I'm not wanted. You just want this bitch. Not this bitch. That's not. We like that guy. I like that girl as well. She's good on guitar. She's faking it till she made. Well, she's made it, but nobody do it how he does it. I'd stay, but nobody wants me, so I'll drink this downstairs. So yeah, shout out to for the super chats. Honestly, it's crazy. You guys are nuts. Brett, Sean Rooney, Julie Neary, Ming, Roller Blunt, Legendary MVG, 1, 2, 3. Ming, Julie Neary got another one. Mimi, Roller Blunt, Matt Bradley. Appreciate every which one of you. Appreciate E9 the wings. JT, my guy. Stay, says Ming. They want rid of me, mate. Ayo, appreciate you. Ena, Martin Cook, 7-2 Leeds. Right. I'll tell you what we're doing with this. Fucking only bits of it, Roger. Ampadu hat trick. I'll tell you what we're doing with the 7-2 Martin Cook. We're putting that in. And if that comes in, we're signing out. The competition's over. You've won, even if you end up bottom. I think you should get a point for just madness. Do you know what I mean? Or like you should get like 150 points if you're up for doing the madness one, which in the championship we got away with, won't we? Because you know we pulled some absolute results out of bag, didn't we? Appreciate you, MVG. I will pass it on. Cheers, Ena. Hey, I've got you in, Anna. Got you in there, Anna. Yeah. Are you not? Yeah, you're in 2-0. Yes, they are. If you are going, can you leave the budget? I'm happy to stay, to be fair, but 1 foot Rose has Scott Lee. Everybody's doing one. Except it adds up to 8. Ampadu hat trick, 3. 2 each for Gruev, a non-turn, an own goal. That's 8, isn't it? Oh, yeah. It does, Martin. Don't worry about it, big lad. It works for me, mate. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. It's good enough for 2. That's where I wanna be. Good enough for you. Well, I'll tell you what I am gonna do is I'm gonna put every you and every me on. Well, I need a piss, so I ain't got. It has to be. I know when I'm not wanted. Ena, they're all taking they're all trying to nick one of your wings, Ena. On all 4 wings, brother. Scott Lee, 2-1. Palace game tonight, bringing a few of the main players on. Come on, the boys, 2-1. Scott Lee, the late entry. You get in for the 6 points as well. Scott Lee, 2-1. Underlapper. Get up, our kid. The pole is tied. What pole have we got here? Fucking hell, that is mental. Well, it's not mental, but it's got me. He's got my goat, that. It's tied on Messi and Pele. 41% each. I've ended it. I'm not. I don't. I'll have it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll be here till everybody leaves. Fuck them. It's good enough to you. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for two. That's where I wanna be. Oh shit! It's not Tommy Beers over. Yo, yeah. One of a kind, one at a time. Only gotta get a gun on my mind. Hitting my grind, city sublime. I'm trying to find the rest of my mind. It's been defined as being benign, but I ain't got time. It's hard to find. I'm sitting in line. I'm hitting my chime. I'm on the decline. I'm up for the climb. I'm rapping for rappers that never get mine. Rapping for rappers that never get wise. Rapping for rappers that nothing but lie. Rapping for rappers that snap on the spies. Rapping for rappers that clap on the mice. Rapping for rappers that rap in the skies. Clapping for rappers to pass the time. Chopping at rappers that never get wide. Hacking at rappers, I'm snapping the spine. Rapping at rappers, I'm mapping the mind. Slapping the slappers that follow behind. I've gathered them others, I've mastered the mind. I'm one of them kind of finds a mighty fine kind of guy. I'm fine as wine. I've got too much fucking time, but before I'm up, I'll shine. I'm about to find, I'm out to dine and fight with Pennywise. And I quick apologise if it's easy, write my lines. It's just a line, but it's my time. Hit my main high. Yo, I'd like to die before I'm circumcised. I'm nothing but living in fear. Kicking a coffin, but never to cheer. Giving them something that's ever so rare. Sniffing a pussy, they're putting in here. We're living a pussy, they're cutting it clear. Living for nothing but finding a beer. Thinking of stopping, but never been near. Drinking, be dropping up why I'm here. Sticking and swapping, I'll never be dropping. I'm having a coffee, I'll never be coughing. I'm ticking, I'm talking, I'm wide awake. Getting a profit, you're taking a bit. Getting a profit, let's make a break. Getting a profit, let's make a tip. Create the story, make a day. Get to glory, then we'll play. Whoa, fucking Jesus Christ. On the way down, going down, 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 down. Right, we need a ludicrous topic for my last beer, guys. One more beer with boys, Bob and Mimi. We need one more poll. It needs to be a ludicrous topic. Let's have it. Have it. Lurkers is as lurkers do, and you know it. All lurkers, aren't we? Yes, Scott Lee. It's because I placed him in a silly spot. In a silly spot, in a bit of a silly spot. Somebody's watching me. It's not exactly by popular demand, to be fair, Ming, but we're just on one, aren't we? We're off for a record. What's a record? Who's going to know that? I don't know. I don't know how long we've been done a Thursday night before, but I bet it's eclipsed 4 hours. Because I think I remember somebody comment saying something like, fucking hell, Jack, 4.5 hours or something like, well, is what it is, isn't it? Really, what I should do is channel the 4 hours and do like an hour a night rather than like these marathons that we do. But shit is as shit does. And if you don't know by now, you never knew. No food pending, man. Just realised. Actually, don't, Roger. I've got some fish fingers in the freezer, though, man. There might be a waffle in there. And I like fish fingers, man. And I like waffles. They don't lie to you, do they? Fish fingers don't lie to you. Waffles don't mess about with you, do they? Waffles, fish fingers don't lie to you, and waffles don't fuck you about. Waffles get the job done. Waffles are like Longstaff, aren't they? Ampadu and Longstaff. And then fish fingers are like... they're like Ampadu and Longstaff. They say the same thing. No, a waffle's like... A waffle, I'd say a waffle's as good as Rodon, though. Like, just because, we're talking consistency. A fish finger's no glam to them, but they do more than waffles, don't they? So they are. I don't want to call Tanaka a fish finger, but he's got more. There's more. I think Longstaff's my fish finger, and Rodon's my waffle. So how about that? Get that line button smashed. Gates up. The likes get this franchise. We've got 55 likes up in this bitch show, which I'll do. So they end up on the 2 different fucking lives, which is knobby. But having said that, the average view duration is through the roof on this one, because obviously people jump into the camera, they phone. I'm just waffling on, but 5 hours was that the record? Don't eat the fish fingers frozen. Now, this is not a funny story by any means, Scott. So I'm not gonna blow you away with this. But when I lived in, well, I didn't live there, but I basically did. I had like a music studio in Bermontoft, which it was such a dump where we were, but it were mint at the time. And my mum had given me this, like she'd moved in house and she was like building, so she couldn't have an oven. So she bought one of them ones that you plug in, that you got like the oven and it's got hobs on top and shit. And I took it to the studio because I thought we can all like cook something decent other than like microwavable crap in there. And I'd not plugged it in, and I put these fish fingers in for like 40 minutes. And there were Young's ones as well. And I'm a bird's eye man because I don't think the Young's ones are anywhere near as good. And I thought they'd be, and I thought, they seem all right. And I bit into it, and the whole, because it was obviously clap cold, but I picked it up with fork, went to bite into it, and the breadcrumbs just peeled away with the fork, and just this long iced fish finger just dangling out my mouth. How I didn't recognise it the warm, but picking them out of the oven, like I told you it was a shit story. But have you tried a blue waffle before, Jack? No, blue waffle is more like Fernandez or like I'm trying to think of somebody I really don't like. It's funny that because I can't now think of a single player that I really don't like to the level of blue waffle. Paul, are women more attractive holding a knife, a bottle opener, shepherd's pie, or a baseball bat? I'm going to have to, I think. Which is best? Which hold a woman? Which woman holding is best? Baseball bat. What else have we got here? Baseball bat, a knife, bottle opener, or a shepherd's pie. I'd have to go shepherd's pie, I think, with that. I fucking love a shepherd's pie. Waterpole 78 RPM, by the way. Love it, mate. Oh, was it? Oh, fair enough. Hey, got you back. Fish finger sandwich with tomato sauce, mate. That you can't get away from it, brother. Smash that line button. Leeds plays as frozen fruit 11. Get it sorted, BMG. Redeem thyself, War Piglet. Smash that. If you don't hit that like, you're a wanker. We've got to do this frozen food 11. I might do a big mad production thing on it. This is another gunner thing that Roger will get stuck into me about. But I'm going to do a big fucking, like... I'm actually going to do this. I'm not going to do it. But in my head, I am selling them. Let me write it down because I'll forget. But I actually feel like I'm going to do that. I actually think it'll be quite funny. And I'll release the video. Frozen food 11. And it's current, so, current team. And then pick the frozen food that I think they are. Pick the frozen food that I think they are. I actually think that's funny, Solomon, rather. So thank you, Linian. Paul, best keeper, Robinson, Martin, Lukic. Let's see how that Paul's getting on first. 64% instantly on shepherd's pie. Bottle opener, 18%, mixed with baseball bat. Knife's not getting no love there, but a knife, you normally like, they might be making you a sandwich, or it doesn't always have to go in your back. I think we have to remember where we are and not overhype Tanaka. Not overhype. Tanaka is okay. That's it. Don't shoot me. 20 players. Time we will barely remember. I think you're probably right. 78 RPM. I can't remember what was said, Scott. Oh, is that about the fish fingers? Paul, na na na. E9, bottle opener, surely. I'm a shepherd's pie man with that, I think. Shepherd me pie. Canada not in fish finger 11, only footballers with fishy fingers. All the footballers got fishy fingers, haven't they, even if they're confused. I believe I'm wanting to farm foods near me. I believe in Angels, but I believe there is 3.5 miles away. I didn't know. Where's that though? Near Holbeck. No, I thought the one was a bit closer than that, but it's not far away. Like it's 3.5 miles. I just told you where it is, but I thought there was one maybe in Garforth or something. I thought farm foods, but York Road, maybe where I'm on about. Is that near Seacroft? It doesn't really matter that deep. It's not that deep, is it, to be fair? But I just want to know where the local farm foods is now. I'm not a farm fooder because I'm not really a frozen fooder. I'm a fucking be on way home and buy something from Tesco's fooder. I presumed you meant Tanaka, to be fair, as opposed to Canada. Because Canada, David battered fish. Ooh, battered fish would be right up there though, in terms of fucking. That'd be like. It would be my batter. Well, I won't reveal anything. Actually, I need to give this some good thought. Get that oven on. Get them fishy fingers in there, mate. So you cooked fish fingers for 40 minutes without being plugged in? Yes. 40 minutes is a guess. But the thing is with the Young's ones, they don't look... They're not like breadcrumbs, like on the... the bird's eye ones. They're like breadcrumbed. So you know that they're hot because they start to burn. Whereas the young ones are like... They're already looked cooked. As soon as you take them out, they looked cooked. They look cooked. They're battered. They're not breadcrumbed or whatever that would be. So I genuinely didn't know. And I even went in like, what's the word? Like attentively. Is it attentively where you're worried about it? And, with the fork. And then it all just came out and there's just this, and I was like, oh my God, fucking oven's not on. But it doesn't heat up or all. So it's not like, well, it does heat up. I'm talking shit now. It's a real story. Why it'd be an hell of a story to make up. And it's not even funny. So if I were going to make it up, I'd make it funny, wouldn't I? Trick question. All real men want a real wild red-headed mama with a baseball bat. Well, baseball bat, unfortunately. Although, no, it's second in leaderboard. The leaderboard. Captain at Frozen 11 Bird's Eye, and you know it. Peter Haddock. Chat's like sausages. I do like sausages, mate. Yes, indeedy. When I did the 5 hour one, what time did we start? Because I'm pretty sure 8 o'clock's an early start in it. I can only presume. I can't remember what time we used to start. Did we fluctuate a bit? We're like, or was it even earlier than 8? I don't fucking know. I can't remember. But it must have been well into the evening, that. Sonny Pike. I'll have to Google that, Mingy. I can't even fucking read. Who became famous at a young age for his talent. Did he ever do alt? Actually rings a bit of a bell, that, but yeah, I don't know if Findus. I don't know on brand either. I'm a Bird's Eye or Young's man, but I don't like the Young's ones. And to be honest, I think the Bird's Eye ones have gone down pan a bit from when I was a kid. They're not. I don't know. They're not as. I used to think Bird's Eye ones were quite meaty, and they're not cheap, are they? Anymore. Although you can get like a 3 for like, I don't know what I'm getting at the moment, but I just, you get 30 fish fingers. But really, I don't want 30, 3 packets. I don't want 30. I'd rather it be honest to me. Give me 15 meaty fish fingers. Don't fuck me about with 30 shit ones. Give me 15 mint ones for the same price, and I'll snap your hand off. If it were 5 in a pack and they were mint and you needed 3, and you're like, yes. But 10 shit ones, you're not getting that unless you double them up. But then it's too battery, too breadcrumby. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame. And you don't want to be overly filled either. But there's a medium. Fish finger butter with tomato ketchup is an absolute elite meal. You just don't get any better, Mimi. It don't get any better. You stood there with a fish popsicle sticking out your gob. It's pretty funny to this stone person. Well, and when you're trying to make friends as well, by the way. So we'd all moved into the studio block with all different music rooms. And, you bring this thing thinking this'll make me some friends. And then we're all sat in kitchen and I'm first to use it. It's like, oh, it's how it broke away from the, it was like seamless. So the bread, that's never see-through. I have to do it this way. The bread, it came away from it, and then just this ice cold fish hanging out my mouth. But it obviously felt remarkably weird. Ross, did we start at 6:30? Suppose 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, rock, 10:30, 11:30. Fucking hell. Could well be. Not sure, Jack, but it was the longest thunderclap you ever did. All I remember is Voldemort had a go at Andy for being Andy. You're on about your Voldemort there, though, aren't you? Not my Voldemort. 7 or 8, check your playlist. It was fairly recent. I've not got them in a playlist, Rog. The 5-hour one must have been a Thursday before the Friday. I was breathalyzed before being able to get in my truck. Very, very likely RPM. I don't mind the Bird's Eye ones. I think they've gone down shitter. Like, you can get battered fish fingers. I know that's what I'm saying. Take that fish finger off my neck, mate. Get that fish finger off my neck, mate. You can get 4 packets of 8 for £5. Bird's Eye. Bear in mind, I just go to Tesco around the corner. I don't have the, I can't be asked. And for some reason, I feel like when I go to Tesco around the corner, it's just an express one. I know I'm losing so much money in the grand scheme of things, but the convenience is just through the roof for me. Wasn't the 5-hour stream we debated, then polled about you throwing out the out of date sausages? Or was that a different thunderclap? Well, that won't be that long ago, to be fair. So I could possibly find the 5-hour. Didn't you realise the fish was cold? Are you having me on, Roger? I realised the fish was cold, but it had to go into the mouth. Obviously, open the oven thing for the first time ever using it. It looks like a microwave. So, when you open microwave, it's not like you go, like fucking all that's hot, innit? I thought it was, a different contraption. And then put the fork on the thing, so I thought it'd be red hot. And then obviously when it went in the mouth, but you're going like that, aren't you? That's what I'm saying. When you eat something that's red hot, you don't go, get it all over my lips. You go, and then you take it away, don't you? But thinking you put a bit of pressure on something hot, it breaks, doesn't it? But when it's a popsicle, you know, you go, and then it just, all the batter just came off with it, and I was just left with it. I'm not lying, this is what I'm saying, dude. Why? What a weird and strange lie that would be. Although I'd actually argue, you know, I was saying about making mates. I probably made more mates in that moment. The 5 hour were 3 weeks ago. Let me have a look here up in this bitch. Is that definitely the record? I wish you could do it on like time spent, but you can't, can you? The fuckers. Oh, it doesn't tell me how long they were. Oh, it does. Sorry, it does. Yeah, 5 hours was on the 21st of November. The underlap is this FARKE's last chance. Let's get at it. Fucking hell, they were different days, weren't they? I feel like we've done a massive one as well again, though, but they're all about 3 hours long, aren't they? 4 hours there. Yeah. Fair dues, yeah, it was recent. Mum's the word. Get your hand off me, Gregory. MVG. Still butter that he didn't get his free 2 points that I wanted to give him. MVG, you don't learn from the best, MVG. You are the best, mate. You like this guy. In terms of your, I can't remember what he did, but you're up there with him. And all I know is that whatever he did was good. He's gone now, MVG, so you can speak openly. MVG, climb my ass up the tree. MVG, he's a legend, you and me. 1, 2, 3, MVG strikes again. He is legendary, isn't he? I believe you, Jack. I'm not doubting it. I find it hard to believe you didn't feel any heat or see any steam. It looks like a microwave, the thing. This is what I'm saying. It's not like an oven. It is an oven that I learned. Once you plug the fucker in, it becomes an oven, because then you open it up and you go, shit, it's like hot. But it looks like a microwave. It's like a plug-in oven. So I just assumed, I put it on the heat, 200 whatevers, to cook the fuckers. And then I didn't expect like a gust of, I was an idiot. I still am. But you know, now when you're in your house and there's an oven, you know there's going to be a bit of heat coming out of it, don't you? But when you bite, I maintain, I don't want to bang on, but when you bite into something, you don't know it's hot. Your teeth don't tell you it's hot. When it goes in your mouth, it's hot, isn't it? But obviously that's when I've chucked it in, like that, and realised when I bit into it a bit through the batter, thinking the fish had come away with it, being the fish being the hot bit, not the batter. And then it all just came out, and I was like, oh, this is not hot. This is cold. No. To be fair, but an air fryer is not hot. You know, I was ahead of my time with that. What the fuck would it be called? Like portable oven. Right. So you're gonna all give me shit for this, because this looks like a fucking, that clearly now to me looks, you know, but no, actually I'm gonna back myself a little bit. Can you see that, guys? Oh, fucking done it again. Do you know what I'm saying? I know now. You know, once you, but the hob got hot. I've seen that in use. Like it gets red, whereas this don't get red. So I'd set my dials, and this was not the model, by the way, but only 94 quid if anybody wants a Christmas present. Although, well, I would pay 94 quid for it for what the use we got out of it, just not the first use. Extremely handy, but it's like a microwave to me in my mind when I first ever saw it. It's all about the details, MVG. Exactly, the air fryers are hot. That's why they call him Mr. Fahrenheit. Well, I know, yes, RPM. I've played myself. I'm aware I played myself. That's why I told the story. I'm not suggesting that it wasn't a foolish thing to do, but I just didn't know. I didn't know it wasn't plugged in. When I opened it, I'm in conversation with about 8 people in this communal area. I'm chatting away. I just thought, well, it's not, I've just not received the heat in the mouth. Fish finger, no good. This oven shit is my first response to everybody. And then, looked at it and it wasn't plugged in. We live and die by these machines, don't we? These motherfucking machines. It was not on. It wasn't plugged in, RPM. It wasn't plugged in, but I had what I thought was the oven on. But it wasn't plugged in. It's a bargain, Ming, and you know it. Well, it looks... I don't know what I don't know. It was a mistake. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, don't get sort if it's not plugged in. Jack raging against the machine, minty, nah, get up. Next Christmas, hit that. Food, film, and the underlap. Make sure your fucking oven's on. Nah. Right, we're bouncing though, boys. We've had us beer. We're getting on for 4 hours. We're out of here. Brett, Sean Rooney, Julie Neary, Ming, Roller Blunt, Mimi, Legendary MVG for the super chats. Appreciate every which one of you. Mark Bradley, appreciate you. Scott Lee. Exactly, Scott Lee. Give me some love. There were some good days, them days, I'm telling you now. Enar in the wings, Roger, War Piglet, the portable stove, which is our last downstairs. She's got a... She's got a separate account called the portable stove. Get up. Love you guys, genuinely tremendous. Take it easy, everybody. Appreciate every which one of you, as you well know. I'll do a shit rig tomorrow. Right, I'm out of here. And you know it, Legendary MVG. You deserve it, mate. You didn't get them 2 points. But, MVG, between me and you, I might sneak a couple on board. Nobody'd know, would they? We'll get in cahoots with each other. We'll get in cahoots. I do what I want, Ming, to be fair. So if I'll put the blame on her, but ultimately I'll do. He does what he wants. He does what he wants. War Piglet. He does what he wants. Get up, big man. Come on, Scott Lee. Take it easy, MVG. Legendary. 1, 2, 3. In a bit, boys. I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Boom.